Sit down.
Hey man, are you putting me on?
Yeah.
Then why isn't alcohol made illegal? Flowers and grass, like juice freaks get, hangers and cirrhosis in the liver. Besides, grass doesn't have it for me like alcohol. Besides, that cigarette much worse. Right, man. What message you want?
Have a party. There's nothing wrong with grass. Yeah. 1,000 times you'll never go to harder drugs.
Don't take any films of me. You're not going to use them anyway.
Well, speak your mind then.
Okay, I will. No one has the right to tell me what I can do with my own body, what I can eat, drink, or smoke. This is a free country, and no one has the right to take away my constitutional rights.
It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. Steve likes the weed. Steve likes the weed. Tell you about DMT. The DMT. Hoosier Sophisticate Show. The Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Hoosiers with the drink. Sophisticated blasphemy. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. So let's set our minds free for the singularity. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. The Hoosier Sophisticate Show.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the all-new Hoosier Sophisticate Show. We want to start our mornings off with a gentle relaxation meditation. So let's take a few minutes to relax your body and mind. We'll begin with a few slow, deep breaths. Each time you breathe in, breathe all the way down into your stomach. Breathe in slowly through your nose and feel your abdomen and lungs expand with air. After drawing in a long, deep breath, allow your breath to flow back out through your mouth. Just let go of each breath, and with it, release any tension or stress you might have been holding on to. You might like to mentally repeat the word relax as you breathe out. Try this now. Slowly draw in a deep breath. Don't rush to breathe in. Just gradually fill your lungs and abdomen with air, and when they are full, release that breath completely. You are beginning to feel yourself relaxing. Your breath will dissolve tension just as easily as warm water melts ice. Breathe in once again. Feel your body fill with air, and when you are ready, release the breath. Let it flood out naturally. Breathe all the way out until your lungs are empty. Let's draw in a third and final breath. Nice and deep. Feel yourself relaxing as you gradually release the breath. Now, let your breathing return to a normal rhythm as we begin to scan over your entire body. Look for areas of tension to release. As I mention each body part, I invite you to bring your awareness to it and relax it as deeply as you can. You don't need to concentrate intensely on this task. Just feel or imagine a sensation of relaxation and relief moving through each part of your body. It's quite common for people to store a lot of tension in their jaw muscles, so let's begin there. Pay attention to your jaw for a moment. There are a number of very strong muscles in that area. Just mentally connect with this part of your body and relax it. Allow your jaw muscles to loosen and let go. Now let your attention wander to the muscles in your face. Allow your eye muscles to relax, and let your cheeks and forehead relax. Let this peaceful feeling flow slowly down your neck. Feel it soothe your throat and dissolve any tension as it slowly glides down to your shoulders. Let your shoulders go. Give them a moment of your attention and just mentally repeat the word relax as you let them soften. Let go and release all tension. Now bring your awareness to your arms. Feel and imagine them becoming loose and limp. They are relaxed and at peace, all the way from your shoulders through your wrist to the tips of your fingers. Now focus on the muscles in your back, all those muscles surrounding your spine. Just let those muscles relax and let go. Now bring your awareness to your chest and all the muscles that surround your rib cage. As you breathe in and out, send a mental note to this area of your body. Relax. As you breathe in and out, feel your stomach gently rise and fall. Let your stomach soften and relax with each breath. Feel it releasing tension as each moment passes. You can feel yourself slowly slipping into a state of deep relaxation. Now bring your attention to your thighs. Imagine all those strong supporting muscles beginning to relax and unwind. Your knees, your calves, your feet, let them all relax. This is a great way to start your day, finding your peace and calm. We're going to do things a little bit differently around here in the mornings, starting your day off right. It's a whole new era for Hoosier Sophisticate. Mornings are for the Hoosiers. To start this morning off, after this meditation here, we're going to kick it over to one of our favorite little interviews we ever got to do. It took place at Union Station in downtown St. Louis at the Drug Policy Alliance International Conference. We got to sit down with the founder and director of MAPS, Rick Doblin, and we talked a little bit about where the FDA was with their MDMA studies and how far along we've come. This interview took place almost a year ago. We are now that much closer as MAPS has reached their capstone fund goals through the Psychedelic Science Funders Collaboration. By 2021, MDMA-assisted psychotherapy should be a viable, legal medical route for those suffering from PTSD and depression. So we're going to start our day revisiting that interview with Rick Doblin, and then we're going to do what we do. We're going to try to get you guys a little motivated, talk a little bit about love, and make you laugh along the way. Thank you for joining us for the first ever Hoosier Sophisticate Morning Show. Now enjoy Rick Doblin from MAPS.
All I have to do is try to make sense.
I don't think you'll have any hard time with that. Rick, what we'll probably do is we'll record a little intro talking about MAPS a little bit, but since we only got a few minutes with you, we'll just talk to you about where MAPS is at, phase 3 trials, which is super exciting. And we talked to you a little bit in Michigan. We're a local terrestrial radio show that talks about psychedelic science and cannabis on a gospel radio station, which is the best part about it, right? So,
are your listeners also like fundamentalist Christians, or
that's what we're hoping for. So
yeah.
we have a group of 2,000 people that are like-minded, an online group, and we also have an uncensored podcast. But why we stay on terrestrial radio is for the people that we don't know that we're hitting. We're hoping that the person that's listening to sermons at 5 o'clock when it flips over at 6 o'clock, and these guys have Terrence McKenna leading into their show. Maybe these people are like, what am I on board for? So hopefully we're changing some minds through the old.
Could you
no worries, sure.
I just want to say hello and just say how excited it is about Mark. Yeah.
It's true. All right. So, I think we left off with fundamentalist Christians hearing us talking about Ibogaine and Terrence McKenna talking about the nature of reality, the syntactical nature of reality.
And actually, when I think about it, when I look at where the resistance might come from, where a backlash might come from to the mainstreaming of psychedelics, the place I'm worried about the most is the fundamentalist Christians.
Sure.
And I think what I would hope for them, for those that are listening, to realize that actually this could enrich their faith. It's not going to take away from their faith. It will take away from a certain literalism, but it will deepen the actual meaning and practice and spirituality. And so if you, this fear of letting go of the literalism, that this is the one right only way, makes people think they'll be left with nothing.
Yeah.
But actually, the symbolic aspects of it, and you'll be left with even more in a deeper comfort.
Doubt.
So I just hope that there's some people questioning and listening from that community.
Personally, I completely relate to that. I think that I was further away from my faith than ever as my dad was dying, and I was introduced to ayahuasca, and it not only brought me to grips with my own mortality and and also with my dad's mortality, but also brought me closer to whatever that now I spend my days in search of trying to define what God is rather than who God is and why He's trying to punish me, and it's just a totally different ballgame. So we were going to talk about this regardless, and a friend of ours worked at a radio station. We went there and we walked in, and they had the gospel music playing and everything. I'm like, are you sure we're in the right place? He's like, oh yeah, man. After 6 o'clock, the FCC doesn't care what we talk about. And I'm like, okay, well, rock and roll. Here we go. So, Rick, you're primarily, obviously, you're the founder of MAPS, and MDMA is moving, I guess, probably quicker ahead in anything except maybe ketamine. I don't know.
Well, ketamine, S-ketamine, one of the isomers, ketamine has been approved for depression.
Okay.
I'd say it's a good example of the difference between nonprofit pharmaceutical drug development and for-profit pharmaceutical drug development. So ketamine itself is generic and cheap. So the for-profit company, Johnson & Johnson, and then Jensen, developed an isomer of ketamine, which they could patent.
Okay.
It's probably not any better than ketamine.
Sure.
I've done all the isomers and ketamine as well. And what they're doing is they're delivering it without psychotherapy. So the concept is that this drug will reset your chemistry in a certain way, like electroconvulsive therapy.
Okay.
And that you don't need to, most people who are providing ketamine throughout America are not providing it with therapy. MAPS just had a conference in Austin, and there were several therapists there who presented who do combine ketamine with psychotherapy. And what they said was that when you combine ketamine with psychotherapy, it works better, and you need fewer infusions of ketamine.
Go figure.
So it's not as good for the pharmaceutical
They're not going to sell as much as ketamine, or
but
as much
they'll
ketamine.
help people more. And so I think that we've got ketamine, S-ketamine has led the way. There are people that are looking at R-ketamine, the other isomer of ketamine, and to see how that might work for depression. But I think the racemic, the generic ketamine, is probably the best. But I'm not sure who's going to test it because, again,
they can't make any money at it.
They can't patent it. And so for nonprofit drug development, really the mission is different.
Yeah.
It's to really maximize public health. rather than maximize money. It's harder to raise the money from donations than it is from investors.
Sure.
But fortunately, we've been able to raise over $75 million in the history of MAPS.
Wow.
And so we're doing nonprofit drug development. Yeah. And then once we get MDMA into prescription use, it's not going to be MDMA. It's MDMA-assisted psychotherapy. The emphasis is on therapy, and the emphasis is on making it so that people don't need MDMA anymore.
Sure.
So that they only need it a few times.
Absolutely.
So that's our long-term goal. We hope by 2022 we'll have it as a prescription medicine approved.
Okay.
We should have all of our data by the middle to end of 2021.
Okay.
And if all goes well, then what we'll do is we'll start making MDMA into a medicine for other things other than PTSD.
Fair enough. Okay.
And then also I'd like to start looking at Ibogaine for opiate addiction.
Yes.
I'd like to get the flower, cannabis flower, as a medicine.
Yes.
For pain or PTSD in a way that's smoked or vaporized that
Yes.
then becomes generic and inexpensive and insurance covers it.
Sure.
So we're sort of trying to build an engine of nonprofit psychedelic and marijuana drug development.
It's so exciting to me. It's so exciting because we have one of the things, Steve's wearing a hat right now, Project 422. We work with a veterans organization, about 22 veterans completing suicide a day, many more trying every day, and so much of these veterans are coming home being handed trash bags full of pills to treat, psychoses and different mental illnesses that actually are exacerbated by these different SSRIs and things like that. And it seems like psychedelics work counter to that,
Yes.
where they're actually rewiring neural pathways.
Yeah, I thought your metaphor of trash bag was pretty good for all these drugs. That one of the
Steve doesn't like when I get any praise.
That's good. One of our veterans from our study said that the VA and others had got him taking 42 pills a day.
It's crazy.
And it wasn't really helping him that much. You take one pill, then you take another for the side effects of the first pill, then you take another for the side effects of the second pill. And basically what they're doing is they're numbing you out and they're reducing the symptoms, but they're not addressing the cause. And when you stop taking the pills, the problems go back.
Sure.
So our method, our operational approach is to try to get at the root cause with this MDMA-assisted psychotherapy so that people can address those fundamental memories that are causing them pain and trauma, and then rewire the brain, as you said. And then once they've done that, then they can keep healing themselves on their own without more medication. That's our goal. And we find that some people are able to heal themselves after just one MDMA session. We think our standard model will be 2 MDMA sessions with 9 90-minute non-drug psychotherapy sessions, 3 before the first MDMA session for preparation, and then 3 after each of 2 MDMA sessions.
Sure.
Some people will need 3 or 4 sessions of MDMA. It'll vary. But what we're really seeing is that once people with PTSD learn that suppressing the trauma or just reducing the symptoms doesn't really teach them how to deal with their difficult feelings. And if you can learn how to let them to the surface and not be overwhelmed by them and process them, then you can keep healing yourself on your own after the MDMA is over. The other thing I should add is that we use a 2-person therapy team. And usually it's a male-female team, but not always. And eventually we think one of them will be a licensed therapist, the other will be a student, an intern being supervised by the first person and becoming a student. So that'll lower the cost of it. But the 2-person model we think is very effective. Often most of us, we're all traumatized. Just reading the newspaper is traumatic, thinking about climate change, thinking about nuclear weapons, fundamentalism, warfare all over the place. You're just traumatized just by paying attention.
Sure.
And so our long-term goal is both to work for medicalizing these drugs, and also we're here at the Drug Policy Alliance Conference, which is about drug policy reform.
Yes.
So I think that people should be able to access these drugs on their own with proper education, with pure drugs. And in the end, what I think we're going to be doing is trying to heal people through peer support networks, through healing themselves, through proper education, and then only the hardest cases will go to the clinic settings where we have the professionals. And the sad thing is that there's more than enough of the hardest cases that will need to go to these clinics.
That's interesting, the peer groups, because right now I'm not sure how many people have gone through maybe a few hundred, something like that. I mean,
well, of the people the therapists that we've so we have at this point several hundred people have been through our training PTSD. Been through our treatment PTSD.
Right.
And we've got 84 therapists working on phase 3 right now. We're training another 40 or 50 as we expand to Europe.
There could potentially be tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people with traumatic symptoms that could use this, but how long does each session last?
Well,
potentially?
The VA has just recently put out a number saying there's 8 million PTSD sufferers in the United States.
Okay.
And just think about the rest of the world. And that's people who qualify for a diagnosis of PTSD. There's a lot of people traumatized that don't rise to the level of being diagnosed with PTSD, but their lives are negatively impacted by the trauma that they've experienced. So we anticipate that the number of therapists we can train, no matter how many we can train, the demand and the need is going to be higher than that. And each co-therapy team can treat only 20 or 25 people a year.
Right, just because of how long it takes to do one session itself, and then the integration that goes into it. That's what, that struck me. That was one of my main questions. So the peer groups is a big answer to that, but obviously removing a lot of stigma is
well, and we're also looking at group therapy. So that's another thing we're starting to explore. The Veterans Administration has done studies with individual therapy versus group therapy, and what they've shown is that the group therapy doesn't seem to work quite as well.
Okay.
That there's shame, there's stigma, there's problems. People need to also tell their stories. Mm-hmm. But group therapy, if it's 80% as good, but only 25% the cost, then we'll do rollout of massive group therapy as well.
No doubt.
But that's the stage. We're at the very early stage of trying to get permission to do a group therapy study.
It's so exciting, Rick. I want to be respectful of your time. I could talk to you for hours and hours and hours.
Well, ask me a hard question.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's ask you a hard question. Okay. What song do you want to make sure is played at your funeral, Rick?
Let's see. That's a good question. I would say Dark Star.
Oh, okay. Nice. Nice. Okay, so Steve asks everybody, what is the best animal? If all of the animals were put in a coliseum, what animal reigns supreme?
Oh, my gosh. Well, do you know that I've raised a purebred Alaskan timber wolf for 2 years?
That's the coolest shit ever.
Yeah. Yeah. I got him when he was 8 weeks old. And...
that's so cool.
When I was 21. So I really feel like the wolf is my animal. I've learned so much from him. And it was because I was living in Sarasota, Florida, which was the winter home of the Ringling Brothers Circus.
Yeah.
And there's all sorts of people there from circuses and carnivals. And there was this group that was raising wild animals for circuses and carnivals, and they weren't taking care of them. And the Humane Society shut them down, and the female wolf was pregnant and had a litter of 8. Now, this is 1975, and the zoos were full, the sanctuaries were full, and there was nothing they could do with these wolves. So they put an ad in the paper. Do you want to help raise wolves?
Yes. That's so cool.
And I was at the time looking for a dog, and this friend of mine saw this ad, and she told me there's this ad for wolves. I'm like... So I ended up applying, and
that is tremendous. Yeah, I'm so glad to get that from you.
The other thing that's even more amazing is that wolves are born with their eyes closed for a few days. So the Humane Society, knowing that they couldn't find sanctuaries or zoos or anything for them, took these wolves away from their mother right when they were born and bottle fed them by humans. So when they opened their eyes, they bonded on people. So this was an incredible, and so I was super shy. 21 years old, and so I asked for the most dominant of the litter so that I could kind of get a feel for what that might be like.
Yeah.
And this wolf lived with me for 2 years. I built a big pen on the outside, couldn't house train him, which was kind of good. We howled together. We used to run through the woods together. I had all this land, and we'd run through the woods at night, and
It is really cool.
well, yeah. So, did you ever hear of a book, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance?
I actually have heard of it. I have not read it.
I would highly recommend it.
Okay.
But the reason I mention that is there's a character in there called Phaedrus, which
Okay.
is from the Plato Dialogues. And Phaedrus, in the book, they say that Phaedrus is the word for wolf. And it's the taming power of love is the part of the dialogue. Phaedrus is this guy from the countryside, and he's brought into sort of this philosophical society. And so
That is so
that was the name of my wolf, was Phaedrus.
That is so cool.
And in Zen and the Outer Motorcycle Maintenance, it's the alter ego of the guy who writes the book. He's
Okay.
gone crazy, and he's gone through electroconvulsive therapy, and he called his old self Phaedrus, and he's trying to integrate and not lose the magic of the old self too. So
Sure.
Anyway, that's if I had to have one animal, and I've got incredible pictures.
I've
of my
got.
wolf,
I do have one more going back to it. Okay, we brought a movie here to premiere, and we decided we were going to fill the theater with veterans and first responders from shock to awe.
Oh,
Our friend
great, you brought it here.
Our
Great.
friend Matt Cale
Yeah.
was one of the central
Yeah.
subjects of the film, and I heard you talking a little bit in Michigan about how MAPS is also working with maybe ayahuasca studies overseas.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I'm most curious about is what do the controls look like in an ayahuasca? It seems like it'd be a lot easier to control MDMA or to ketamine or
Yeah.
things like that. But when it comes to doses, and you're talking about brews and everything being different, what does that control situation looks like?
Well, I think that your first thought there was, I would say, wrong, which
Okay.
is that MDMA and LSD and other things like that, mushrooms, are just as hard as ayahuasca.
Okay.
Not because of how you take it, but because of the effects.
Okay.
So it's very difficult to do a double-blind study with any psychedelic
Sure.
compared to a placebo.
That makes sense.
Even compared to an active placebo like niacin or an amphetamine.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, a lot of my PhD dissertation was about trying to solve the double-blind problem.
Okay.
And so I spent a lot of time working on that, and I actually thought I solved the problem. And what my solution is that you do therapy with low dose of the drug versus
Okay.
therapy with full dose.
Okay.
And then everybody is told they're going to receive the same thing. And most people don't know how to tell a low dose from a full dose.
Right.
The therapist sometimes would have a hard time to tell. And so I was, super happy. I persuaded my professors to approve my PhD.
Sure.
This was just a part of my dissertation, but I thought I'd solve the problem. And so when we started doing the research, I found out to my dismay that my solution was wrong. And so part of it was right, that the low dose therapy with low dose did produce blinding to some degree. But with MDMA, and I don't know if it's true with LSD or ayahuasca or psilocybin or anything like that, but low doses of MDMA agitated people. It activated them, the speedy aspects of it.
Yeah.
But it didn't reduce their fear enough, so that when we tried to work with them on their PTSD, they felt very awkward and uncomfortable. And actually, we showed that people who got therapy without any MDMA did better than people who had therapy with low-dose MDMA.
Okay.
But then the problem is, as you step up the dose, it's not that far to get to a therapeutic dose. So what we found, to our surprise, also was that 75 milligrams of MDMA with 2 hours later, 37.5, worked great. So we found that 25, 30, 40, even 50 milligrams were a little bit awkward for people, but you get up to 75, and then it's working really, really well. Some kind of threshold is passed. So when we went to the FDA and we went to the European agency, the European Medicines Agency, I started out by saying one of my favorite quotes. It was from an old president of Harvard, and he said, "Never forget, there's always a Harvard man on the wrong side of every issue." And so I said, this is me. I thought I had, and this time it's me. My dissertation was wrong. There is no solution to the double-blind problem. And to the FDA, you can tell us, we'll do the blinding if you want that with low dose, but the real question is, if you can do something with therapy, why bother add the drug?
Right.
And so the real question is, let's do therapy without the drug versus therapy with full dose MDMA. And then the FDA basically agreed to that, and they said there's two main things to do to reduce experimenter bias. And this would apply for ayahuasca, for anything, which is random assignment. So you get everybody similarly motivated They know they'll either get the placebo or they'll get the therapy with the drug, but they're all similarly motivated to get better. So random assignment is really important, because some studies will take, here's a group of people, they've gone through this treatment, there's a bunch of them that didn't work for, and so then we'll take the volunteers and they'll go in to get this next treatment. But they're the more motivated people. So you have random assignment, and then the other part of it is that you have to have the person that evaluates how well people are doing be separate from the therapists. So the therapist cannot say, this person did great. It's an independent person, and we have a whole complicated system. We have over 20 raters that do ratings on telemedicine, on video, and they're all calibrated with each other with inter-rater reliability, and they will sometimes only see the person that they rate once, because this large pool will be making sure that other raters get to this person.
Sure. Sometimes
they'll see him twice. Again, it's a random process. But those are the two main ways that the FDA and the European Medicines Agency said we could reduce experimenter bias.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Rick, you answered my question. I'm so excited to be here with you today. Thank you for everything that you do. And
that wasn't even
done.
that hard of a question.
And I'm sorry. I'm not a PhD from Harvard, Rick. Steve, you got anything you want to get on this mic and ask him anything? Okay. You got it. How about a parting thought for all of our Christian fundamentalist friends?
I'd say that Jesus would be sympathetic with the people going deep into their own psyche to find ways to be more loving, to be more healthy, to be more inclusive, to reach these kind of mystical senses of connection, to be compassionate,
Totally.
that you're not losing, you're gaining to explore in this way.
Rick, you're the best. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Great.
Thanks, man.
That was fun.
That was so much fun.
All I have to do is try to make sense.
I don't think you'll have any hard.
Now, I might not know a lot about chemistry, but what I do know, it's likely that the hydrogen atoms inside your body are about 13.5 billion years old. And I might not know a lot about nanotechnology, but I do know it's important in quantum computing and the eventual takeover by our machine overlords. And I might not know a lot about otters, but damn is it cute when they hold their hands as they go to sleep. But what I do know is the correct bait to use at what time of day to catch you a real nice hog of a largemouth bass. And what I do know are the beautiful intricacies and sensations that is the cannabis plant. And what I do know are how psychedelics can help heal the nation filled with pain, trauma, and anxiety. I believe in America. I believe in the world. And most of all, I believe in you. Thank you, and I approve this message.
This ad paid for by Mycelial Media, mainly out of Craig's bank account, so please don't tell Craig that we are paying for it out of Mycelial Media. Thank you, and goodbye.
Hey boys and girls, I'm talking about native hemp extract. That CBD.
That CBD.
Inside of me.
Inside of me.
That CBD.
That CBD.
Sweet delicious CBD. That CBD.
That CBD.
Got the CBD. That CBD.
That CBD.
You can get it from me.
I can.
That CBD.
That CBD.
Inside of me.
Inside of me.
That CBD.
That CBD.
Inside of me.
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 No. Inside of me.
Inside of me. Inside of me. Native hemp extract. 1,800 milligrams of total cannabinoid goodness from Pike County, Illinois. Get yours at HoosierSophisticate.com. Well, thanks, Bill. Canifest. What the fuck's this thing called? Canifest Bowl.
I like all forms of cannabis. Any cannabis you think you can grow.
Fucking cat. That was a dumb question anyway, right? Okay. Hey, thanks, Bill.
Green Gene Terpene here, backstage at the CannaFest Bowl Nationals. I'm joined by one of the growers from here in Missouri. The Missouri Madman. Missouri Madman, there's growers from... Tonight, I'm joined with the Missouri Madman.
Show me!
Missouri Madman. I like that. That was good up until there. And scene. Okay. I'm joined backstage here by the Missouri Madman.
This is the funniest shit.
Ozark Mountain Range is the oldest mountain range in the world. You don't think that soil's fertile? I'm joined here by the Missouri Madman. Missouri Madman, people.
Show me!
I'm joined by one of the growers here from Missouri, the Missouri Madman. Missouri Madman.
Show me!
There are... No, it's great. Missouri Madman.
Show me!
Growers from the other 3 states say that Missourians are pretty new to this whole thing.
Yeah, well, they're not. Really, they're not. Get it together, Steve.
Missouri Madman. Missouri Madman. Growers from the other 3 states say that Missourians are so new to this. Okay, here we go.
Sorry.
Here we go. I'll keep bumping it. I'll bump it. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Missouri Madman. Growers from the 3... All right.
Everyone's dead. Everyone's dead. Everyone you ever know loved is dead. Everyone's dead.
All right. Here we go. Lock it up. Missouri Madman. I make car parts for the American working man because that's who I am and that's who I care about. Oklahoma's got a head start on Missouri as far as their cannabis program goes, and they have plenty of growers down there. What do you think about the competition down there?
I think everyone from Oklahoma stinks.
That's perfect. That's fucking great. That's so wrestling.
Yeah.
All right, I'll start with that again. Missouri Madman, Oklahoma's got a head start. Fucking Bobby Valley. A head start, dude.
25 large, and I'm gonna put my little mushroom stamp.
Maybe not.
Let me tell you one thing about Oklahoma. Roy Rogers.
I think it's Will Rogers.
He beat that horse is the deal to death. Oklahoma kills horses.
That's great. Well, you heard it, folks. The Missouri Madman means business. Stay tuned for the Auto Grow-a-thon. Some slots have just opened up. And if you go to CannaFest.com, you can still apply. Can you put that thing away?
Roy Rogers?
Will Rogers.
He stinks. It don't matter. It was a known fact that he stunk down there. That's great. All right. The first question is, what brings you here?
What brings you here?
Did you ask for what you get for?
Okay.
Oh, Oklahoma. Oklahoma is just a place I take my dumps when I'm on the way to Texas to have fun and get a little bit of that good smoke.
Okay. Oh, well, you're right out there.
Yeah, that's illegal.
That's perfect, though. Thanks, Bill. Green Gene Terpene here, backstage at the CannaFest Bowl Nationals, the Auto Grow-a-thon, a 4-state competition. Tonight, I'm joined by the Missouri Madman. What brings you to this game?
I shouldn't have bet on that open anyway.
In the Fertile Crescent of the Midwest, where the Missouri and the Mississippi.
We're going to kick this back to you, Bill.
That's it, brother. It's gotta be it. That's it, brother. It's gotta be it. I'm actually sweating now. Like a real wrestler.
What?
Good
What?
morning.
What happened? Well, good day,
Good
sir.
morning. Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you, sir.
Good morning.
Look at this. Look at all this
Ladies, gentlemen, non-binary, sentient artificial intelligence, to the all-new Hoosier Sophisticate Morning Show.
Is this your crap?
It's
Is
not
this
my
your
crap. I
Get
don't
the
know whose
crap out of here,
crap that
crap.
is, man.
We can do whatever we want in here. Oh,
Jesus,
it's
it's
the coffee. It's the coffee right over the
Spills the coffee.
We can't do whatever we want here, but
Not
we have
me.
fun. We can have a lot of fun here.
We have fun here.
We got a lot of room. We can do.
We can do whatever we want. A lot of things we can do around here.
A lot of room for activities. That's Steve's makeup.
This is makeup. Bring that out.
That's Steve's makeup.
We're gonna have fun with that, buddy. I wasn't talking to Rick Doble this morning. Sorry, I'm late.
Yeah,
I
no,
gotta
no
get.
worries.
I gotta get my morning routine down. Apologize to Jen. Had a pretty embarrassing moment where I lost my shit over a coffee cup, and turns out all the coffee cups were in my car because I'm a
I'm the
degenerate.
worst. I'm the worst about
I'm like,
that.
all she did was go, "Hey, could you bring that coffee cup back? Because I know." And I'm like, "Bring a cup? I didn't know we had carve your goddamn name in it, woman. That I didn't know. Well, we're married. I thought we shared everything."
I think I did actually etch her name into a cup.
Yeah, you
so
did. Yeah, you did.
why don't you
And
hold on to
pictures.
that one,
And
Jen? Like, why
pictures.
don't you
She's
just?
got pictures and
Yeah.
man, look at this. Look at
Good
this.
morning,
We got-
buddy.
We got a desk. We have a lot of things, guys. This is what we're gonna do in the mornings. We need to fill this up with trinkets.
Lots of trinkets,
How
lots of
about
stuff.
We put some trinkets up here. If you guys want to send us trinkets, or maybe just should we tell them to send them here?
Sure.
1100 Shapiro. This place
Yeah.
gets mail, right?
Sweet, I think.
1100 Shapiro.
I imagine it does eventually. This is probably out.
6'3".
25 or something. Let's see. Let's
We
see.
can look
Arnold's
it up.
010.
We can look
We're
it up.
050 in Hillsboro. Somewhere in
that's
between there. Somewhere in between 10 and 50.
Yeah. If anyone knows the zip code, to
I think it's
Festus,
025. I think.
025.
I'm fucking making that up. That is completely made up.
028.
028. That's close.
Not bad.
Not bad. But I was within three. I was within three zip codes. That's not.
God dang, it feels good to be. So trinkets. We can get trinkets.
Lots of
over.
trinkets.
We can get trinkets. We can put. If you guys want to send us a little thing.
We'll put it up here, and then
put it
you
right
can.
here.
Then there will be a reflection of you on the Hoosier Sophisticate show.
Unless it sucks,
And-
and then keep that shit at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Keep that
I
shit
try to
at
tell
home.
you, you fucking Steve's like, hey,
Bring
everybody
some
come
art.
up and bring some art. I don't want your fucking macaroni necklace, bud.
Okay. Because we got a few of those already. That I'm like.
I'm just kidding. Bring your
we'll
we
put
want all
anything
your
up
stuff.
there.
We'll hang it up.
We'll
We've
put
got plenty.
everything
This
up there.
place is palatial. We've got room. We'll find a place.
Hello. See, that's an echo for days, dude. We got shit.
We do, they don't know how much effort we've put in. Give it to them. What time is it, Steve?
I don't know.
Oh, I was feeling that, bud.
I was feeling that.
I think I killed a couple people on the way into work today. I had a nice little relaxation
Again?
meditation.
Again.
Listen,
Killed
I
a
thought
couple
the idea
drifters.
was, hey, it'd be nice to just kind of open. I forget that adults get up before 7 o'clock.
I know.
And
I'm
so,
having a
like,
problem
I'm
with
like,
that.
I'm going to do
I'm
a
having a real
nice.
problem with that.
People can wake up in their bed and they can have a nice, gentle relaxation meditation. There were three. I heard horns blaring outside. Everybody in Festus listening. They fell asleep at the wheel. The furthest thing from relaxation you could possibly get.
Craig's little meditation got me feeling real irie this morning.
Oh my!
I'm on fire!
Here comes the meat wagon. Medic gets out and he says, "Oh my
God.
You know, you can help you out with that, James Carlton. Guys, first off, let's thank all the sponsors, because James Carlton's been there since the beginning.
314-961-4800.
4800.
I love James Carlton.
I
James Carlton's actually going to send somebody to replace my windshield on my brand new car.
He's the best.
Because I got to get an inspection.
Guess what, bud?
Because Daddy's illegal right now.
Your windshield's already cracked?
Dude, there's all kinds of things happening. There's all kinds of things happening. It's the fucking British. This is how they get us back.
You gotta get rid of that thing, right?
Right now.
Are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna put. This is the way you do it.
You've already devalued it.
This is the way you do it. You put $10,000 on a car in 2 months, and then you sell it for $3,000 less than you bought. Everybody knows that's a winning combination, bud.
That's a Southside Dad investment right there.
Real nice Southside Dad investment. I got a boat. I'm gonna fucking start.
Yep. I need to rebuild the motor for it. It's good.
Listen.
Here's the deal. We're excited. We're excited. this
So that's the thing. I was trying to read a relaxation meditation. I drank that 42-ounce fucking cup of the strong babe. If you drank that, Missy, I'm talking to you. If you be careful.
Warning.
Yeah.
Close Greg.
Listen.
He's in the abyss.
If you drink that coffee, go lightly.
You're in the black.
Go lightly.
Of the abyss.
I took 3 sips and thought I was gonna
go hard.
Just be careful with the coffee at the Kohler house today.
Oh, okay.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, first comment. This is the best thing ever.
Much rather sit here and watch this.
Instead of actually working.
Listen,
right
don't
now.
get us on the bad side of your bosses. This is supposed to motivate you. I start with the meditation. Steve's going to hit you with some morning motivation. But it's important that we let everybody know. This is a test show.
It's a test run.
We were not supposed to go live this morning. The idea was we're still going to keep the Monday night show. But we got ads out there that are like Monday through Friday, 7 to 10. And I'm like, well, it sounds better than being like Mondays, 7 to 9 p.m., Tuesday through Friday, 7 to 10 a.m. Every now and then, if you tune in on a Saturday, we'll give you, like, we can't put all that in a graphic. We can't put it all in a graphic, guys.
If I play this,
what do you want to do?
I'm Stephen George Michael Elgin.
And I'm Craig Alexander Blaze Kohler.
And together, we're Hoosier Sophisticate.
Steve, when people ask you, what is Hoosier Sophisticate? What do you tell them?
Well, it's like a warm apple pie sitting on the windowsill. It's too hot to touch, but you just can't help yourself.
Mondays are for the Hoosiers. Well, now so are Tuesdays through Fridays. Hoosier Sophisticate's going 5 days a week starting October 5th, 2020. Bringing you psychedelics, cannabis, and comedy. All you can handle. Oh, yeah.
You guys get it. So we weren't supposed to be here this morning.
Nope.
I wasn't even supposed to be here today. That's what Dante said on Clerks. It's my day off.
My mom used to tell me that all the time. You're not even supposed to be here.
We're still going live on Monday nights because we want to be able to dial it up a little dirtier for you on Monday nights. We're going to dial it up dirty for you.
You should see what we're
Mondays
doing behind this.
Through Fridays, in the mornings, we're going to try and just accompany. Listen, we understand that you have options. And they all fucking suck. So here's the
I was
deal.
listening to him in the morning on
Listen,
the way here.
What are you doing, by the way? You could have helped our analytics. You just put our show on. What are you doing listening to that, bud?
Oh, I was just
you had
checking
it
out
streaming on your phone,
yes,
but then you had,
and then I had it on the radio.
Dude, that's how.
And I was like,
the scout, like your scout.
Dog shit. I didn't know you could audio dog shit.
Audio dog shit.
It's like when you put a piece of dog shit on a record player, an old record player.
Oh, yeah.
And get the needle.
Yeah.
And drop that needle
right
down
into
on
the dog shit.
Turn it on. Guess what you're going to hear? Morning talk in St. Louis, Missouri.
Good morning, St.
Louis. Can you believe the Kardashians did something political?
Speaking of which, we
love James Carlton.
We had a post. I fucking love James Carlton.
I just want to say
he smells of leather.
He likes Bruce
and lace.
He likes Bruce.
He fucking loves. I'll tell you what.
Bruce,
let me tell you this.
Him, man.
Okay, that's a perfect example right there. Never been a big Bruce Springsteen guy myself. I love James Carlton so much that I decided to start listening to Bruce Springsteen because of James Carlton.
I know.
where I'm living.
My dad listens to James Carlton.
Everybody should listen to James Carlton. The guy's got great advice. He's the best insurance agent in the damn game.
He also listens to Bruce Springsteen, though, and I was like, fuck you, Dad. I ain't listening to Bruce Springsteen. Fuck you, Dad! What have you done for me? But, I'm supposed to tighten this ship up. It's not Monday night, Steve.
No, Monday nights
down.
are still for the Hoosiers.
But I listen because of James Carlton now. That's why I listen to Bruce
100%.
Springsteen. My dad, James Carlton tells me.
Take a hike, George.
But James Carlton tells me, play. And put it on the list.
Right
put
now.
It on the list right now.
I'll skip to it.
I'm listening. This is how I used to listen to songs.
You know what James
James
Carlton song I like?
I have them put the radio on the phone.
I like
I listen to it at my friend's house.
My favorite Bruce Springsteen song is the one where they play it like 200 times in Jerry Maguire. Was it like Secret Garden or something like that?
Oh, the real slow one.
Guys, the coffee's in me. Do you know how hard it is to read a relaxation meditation at 180 heartbeats per minute? Do you have any idea? I'm trying to calm it down. I'm like, and now feel your breath in your gonads.
Be calm.
Clean it up.
Guys, be calm.
Clean it up, guys.
No, I like it. I like this. I like the energy. I yelled on the way in here at the stoplight. I was just like, yeah! And I was just driving back in because you guys are getting to witness two dickheads follow their dreams right now. We're trying to get out of the doldrums of modern day life that all you morons are living right now.
Idiots.
What's wrong? Get a radio show, man. You got problems? Problems. No, but follow your dreams. That's basically what I'm trying to get at here. Everyone should follow these. Mornings are for the Hoosiers.
Mornings are for the Hoosiers.
MAFTH. Not a big Springsteen fan.
No, Jennifer, I've been there with you. The only reason I listen now is because of James Carlton.
Oh, we need to guzzle some CBD. He's right. He's so right.
He's
right.
You know what?
When he's right, he's
Why?
right.
How come our sponsors?
Oh, where do I go? How do I? This is a new studio. How do I get this thing close to the thing again? Here?
Please don't kick our camera. There we go. Yeah. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me. Listen, we have the best sponsors.
I'm listening.
Okay.
I believe you.
All right. Dennison Collard, he's like, Dennison Collard's like, listen, a lot of people grow hemp, but fucking nobody grows hemp like me. It's all gone, isn't it?
That is bone dry.
Jesus.
Bone dry.
I love Dennison Collard. I love the attention that he puts into growing quality hemp.
Who cares?
Whether that's CBD varieties, whether that's CBG varieties. It's total cannabinoid goodness. I'll tell you that, Jack.
We jackass around.
I know.
But our sponsors, and we take this shit pretty seriously.
I take it seriously.
Real seriously.
Real fucking seriously. You know why? Because when I follow my dream, Steve, and I have the dream interview of my life, it'll get 4 people watching. But if I grease you up with some coconut oil and slap your fake dick around, real dick, not fake. I'm sorry.
My fake dick around.
That's
How dare you, sir?
But when I do that, it brings the numbers up, bud.
Yeah, you talk about saving people who have been addicted to opioids for years and saving their lives.
Ending the drug war.
Ending all that.
FDA's about to
cool.
approve it.
Cool.
Need 4 people watching.
Hey, thanks for the interview, guys. Got any more jokes where you're looking at each other's buttholes?
He's got a wig.
Listen, we
love you guys.
We give the people what we want. Yeah, believe me, that's our comfort zone. So if that's
that's what I live to do.
I understand.
I live to do that shit. I want to wear wigs and put on makeup and play characters. We're really getting into something here. We're really figuring out. I was the Crow one year for Halloween.
Really? Brandon Lee?
Oh, buddy, my mom did.
I bet you were swimming in puss, bro.
I was all around, just like I was on rooftops.
Hang on a second. Jennifer Barrett, turn this off for a second. Turn this
I was on fucking rooftops, dude.
You'd be
It
a
was
pretty
great.
convincing Buffalo
I had
Bill, too.
black- Oh, yeah. I'm gonna do that this year.
Damn right.
That's my and Jenny can be the little dog. She can dress up as a cute little white dog.
Oh, yeah, you can carry her around.
Yeah.
You just yell at children,
I'm
like,
looking-
put the fucking lotion in the basket. These kids are going to...
It's impossible to carry Jen around.
Put her in a
this.
headlock. Put her in a fucking headlock. She wears
Her
black
head
from
is
back
looking at
here,
a dog.
so you can't see her, and she just has a little
Just
puppy
a
face.
puppy on her head.
Yeah.
Just a puppy on
Just
her
an
head.
actual puppy's head that she's wearing.
Oh, no.
It's Halloween,
It's
bud.
Halloween
Scare them a little bit.
Is it? You can't do the tuck anymore to kids, though. In the 80s, 90s, you could get away with that. I could get away with
I have a
doing
hard
the
time
tuck.
doing the tuck with adults.
You could do it. I know. The adults are
Yeah, 2020
improving on
pisses
it.
me off.
No. See, but 80s kids, some guy
They
does
get
the Buffalo Bill tuck.
Listen.
It'd be a little weird because the movie hadn't come out yet.
Would you fuck me?
That, if he says
I
that,
would
that's
fuck
where
you.
they cross the line, though. If they start saying that to the kids.
Oh, totally.
Listen, I had a ragtag bunch of friends. I remember like a guy came up one time like, "What's up, kids?" And all these like toughs, all these Southside toughs were like, "Get the fuck out of here, man!" The dude was like, "Okay," and I'm like, "That's why your kids need to travel in groups." And right now, my kids don't travel in groups. We had a group for Halloween that was 25 deep.
Totally.
In the neighborhood now, it's me walking around like kids, like,
And what's the deal with that?
Hell, your
When did
job.
trick-or-treating become my fucking
it's
chore?
your job. It's your
Get
job.
a fucking
It's my
pillowcase
job.
and go
It's
get
my-
me some goddamn
Can't
candy.
do it anymore. Too many pervs. We're convinced
I
there's
don't
too many
believe that.
goddamn.
I don't believe that
believe
there's
it
more
either.
pervs in 2020 than there were in 1988.
No, sir.
No.
No, sir. Maybe on a population growth basis. but
Now seems like a
percentage-
perfect time to remind everybody that under no sun, in no galaxy, is any stranger giving away free drugs to your kids. That's not happening. Nobody's putting drugs in your kids' candy. I'm just letting you know.
We're hitting a point though.
I did see a Glock hidden in a Kit Kat the other day.
We are hitting a point though that so many people keep saying that some asshole is going to do it just to prove the narrative wrong. That's how human beings work. Where all these little psychological games, and everybody's little psychological game is playing games with everybody else's little psychological games.
In search of
Steve is a
followers,
pro.
primes, and views.
Hold on, I'm going to
Come on, bigfollows.com. Listen here,
Who's that on-
ZQP1 Cactus. Casio 13. Fuck you, pal. All right. You want to follow? I'm not in search of anything. I'm in search for all kinds of things, like
Hold on.
enlightenment, not fucking followers from you.
I'm
You
gonna
fake
go to it.
Twitch bot.
I'm
Are you
going
going
to it. I'm
Dude,
going
there's
to it.
going to be a dude's butthole as soon
Of
as you
course
get to
there
that
is.
point. It's a rush. Look, click.ru.
That means, are you a good website?
Are you going to the mall later?
Yeah, exactly. I'm in. Nah, way more pervs in the 80s. Steve is wrong.
You
Shut
weren't
up.
there.
You
I
shut
was.
your mouth.
Pervs everywhere.
I was there in the 80s.
Yeah, who the hell do
83.
you think you are,
Stephen
Stephen
Go back to
Holbert?
bed. Go back
He is
to bed.
a V Steve though. He is a V Steve.
He's a V Steve. We're on the same level. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a moment while Craig tells you about the rest of our sponsors.
Sure, yeah. Okay, so
I'm going to
Sweet
text
Leaf
Betty,
Emporium.
and I'm going to get...
Speaking of which, I fucking still got an axe to grind with Betty. I'm watching that goddamn Doblin interview, and I see mommy calling like 3 times, killing the camera feed.
Oh,
our fault.
really?
Our fault. It was our fault. We got to do the do not disturb next
Wait,
time.
what happened?
Remember when we were recording the Dob? We missed like half of the interview because she called in the middle of it.
Didn't we have 2 cameras rolling?
Yeah, we did. But we had to pan out to like this fucking dumb view of me.
Man.
Disgusting fat
I'm
body.
putting her in a home.
I'm putting her in a home too.
Let's do it.
And we're not visiting.
That's it.
We're not visiting
No way.
either.
Those places
No,
stink.
They're awful.
Yeah,
Are
we got to
you
do
going
something
to
better
Russia?
about that. We got to
Listen.
do that. We got to do. We have to get better.
Sweet Leaf Emporium is currently.
I'm going to text her. that.
We're sitting in the Festus location, which has some wares. They are open for business now. Kratom CBD, glass pipes. They carry native hemp extract. So if you don't want to go to HoosierSophisticate.com, click on the native hemp extract tab and choose HOSO. Type in HOSO at checkout to bring your $120 bottle of 1,800 milligram total cannabinoid goodness down to $84 shipped to your door. If you don't want to do that, come down to Sweet Leaf in Festus or Farmington. Festus would make more sense if you're in St. Louis. It's a little bit closer.
Yeah, it's not
But
very
you know,
far
maybe you're
at
from the St. John area. Maybe you're from the Farmington area. That's possible. Go into the Farmington location. They're carrying his products in both places. But what I want to get at is that Jason from Sweet Leaf, he's a big idea guy, and we're big idea guys.
he's just got more resources. And he's like, you guys want to make it a fucking Wonderland? Make it a Wonderland. And we're like, okay, Jack, you know what you're signing up for? And he's like, oh, yeah. Oh,
Isn't
yeah,
it
I
weird?
do. I'm into it, bud.
I know. But
That's why I'm glad we're standing behind a desk, because I'm rocking a fully.
Yeah, it's interesting meeting a guy like Jason, because everyone that I've met in business before has been pretty reserved and kind of followed the whatever playbook, business school playbook that was laid out before them. And I thought, oh, yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes total sense. Jason's a fucking wild card, man. And you know, me and you, getting us on like a business type setting, I imagine for someone being a fly on the wall or in some of our Zoom calls and some of the shit we're willing to say, some of the shit I say sometimes during the things, and the way you can hold with some charisma, and I can come in and they're like, whoa, what's going on over here? Yep. What? Hey, who's this dynamic duo is what I imagine they're thinking. I know. But I just love it. I just love what we're doing, and I'm fucking excited about where this is gonna go, and it's great. We're gonna take over the mornings.
We're taking over the morning.
Would you put that thing away?
I can't help it. I have a fear erection.
It's distracting as all
straight adrenaline erection.
Oh my god. Okay, let's read some of these. We got comments. You can catch us on Twitch. Here's the deal too. Put us on Periscope. Download Periscope. You can put us on Periscope. It's Twitter. It's with Twitter. You can go, oh.
I like Periscope.
I
have a smartphone.
Okay, hold on. I texted my mom. I said, do you have a picture of me as the crow? She said, I might. I'll have to look. What does it look like? It looks like me.
It looks like me as a crow.
It looks like me as...
She knows nothing, Jon Snow.
She does. She
crow.
Does. She'll find it. She'll figure it out. Cynthia brought these up. Bring up
cool
your
little trinkets.
Bring up your trinkets.
And then you got these needle things.
Oh, guys.
These needle things.
Unlatch it. Boom. We're gonna make some tea.
You put your weed in there.
No, this is actually done. This is.
Oh no, just an SNL skit.
I know, but this is one thing you don't. You don't have to explain it. I know it's.
You know the SNL skit? Did you know that I once got almost like an in-school suspension in 5th grade? Me and Jason Roberts. Jason Roberts are sitting there. I know. Dude, Jason was he's a sneaky smart guy.
Oh, he's
sneaky.
brilliant.
He's sneaky smart.
Yeah.
That whole family, sneaky smart.
Yeah, because you look at him.
Because they used to hit him with cattle prods if he got like an A-. They'd hit him with a cattle prod.
Look at him and you're like,
what is
that? Yeah, is he okay?
He was my like mischievous partner in crime. In 5th grade, 6th grade, so everything was funny, and he had like this, like chronic croupping cough his whole life. Whenever he would like laugh, he'd be like, couldn't hide fucking. We couldn't just giggle to ourselves. Every laugh that he had rattled the room.
He just liked attention,
100%. But when that bit came out, where you put your weed in there, man. We thought that was the funny. We didn't know anything about weed. We just thought that was the funniest goddamn thing. I mean, we're 10-year-olds, you know?
I know.
So we'd walk around, like, weed, put your weed in there. And my teacher jumped
and it doesn't make any sense.
Pencil sharpener, put your weed in there. I'm gonna put your weed in a pencil sharpener. It's a stupid idea.
Unless... What if that's like a great grinder? You shove little bits into that, into the electronic ones. You shove little bits.
You might be onto something there, Jack. You might be onto something there, Jack.
You might be.
We're onto something. Guys, we're quitting the show. We're going. Just kidding. We love you guys.
We're back.
We're not doing that.
We're not going to leave.
Never leaving you guys. We will never leave you.
We'll never leave.
We're just stepping out for a pack of smokes.
We'll never leave.
Anyway,
We'll never leave you. We will continue. I'm watching you right now.
We're watching you. Oh, how about that's a funny deal. Go ahead, finish that.
There's no more there. My teacher was like, "What would your parents think?"
Probably not much.
If they knew that you were, I was like telling a joke from SNL that I watched with them, they would probably really lose their minds over it.
You as a
dude, and as a 10-year-old, I would drop kick me. Like, you remember that scene where Austin Powers kicks me across the fucking room? That's what I would do to 10-year-old me. I was a cunt.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I watched it with them.
Well, Miss Minning, if you want to know, last night my parents, for the first time, we didn't have the TV on in our house. They sat cuddled up next to one another on the couch as I discovered Cheech and Chong's greatest hits comedy album, and we laughed heartily with tears streaming down my face. Have you ever heard of Sister Mary Elephant? Funniest bit that has ever been played.
And then I caught them wrestling.
And then I caught them wrapping my Christmas. Fuck.
We're not doing that again. Funny story about being outside. When he said, I'm watching you. Jen and I went. We had a little day. Went and did a little catfish.
I was happy for you.
A little day.
You and me going fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars where the cool grass grows.
Where the moo grass grows?
I think cool grass grows?
Moo grass. No,
bluegrass grows?
Where the bluegrass grows.
It's all fucking made up.
Oh, what is it?
Everything's made up.
Okay, so we go to Lottawatta Creek, and I call them. Because in Illinois, there's only outside eating, and you can only, they're doing a whole deal over there different than us, I guess, where they only do outside eating and curbside, and it's a whole convoluted mess.
Fuck Illinois.
A convoluted mess. So we order food. We go to the antique mall. That's where I found these. Jenny got a sweet Dia de los Muertos.
Okay. Sugar skull?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wreath.
Oh.
Pink and black and huge. It's
well,
awesome.
we're
Jenny
coming up
sent
on
it
the Day of the Dead, and it's one of my favorite days.
I know. And then, so I call and I say, hey, this is the food I want. We go shopping. And then when we get there, you're supposed to call. There's a sign outside. So we pull into the spot. The spot I pull into, if anyone pulled in next to us, I would have been blocked in. So I'm like, I'm already feeling like, what? So I call. I tell Jen, I'm like, here, watch this. I go, Jen, watch this. So I call him, and the girl answers, and I go, I'm outside. I'm right outside. And
that's all you said?
Yeah, and the girl's like, okay. And Jenny, she's like, no, she's like, he's kidding. Like yelling
so she can hear it over the phone.
And I'm like, I don't know.
What's your favorite breakfast dish?
So then the lady comes out, and she's like laughing. She gets it. She's having a good time. And I said, oh, you never really get the chance to say, I'm outside. And really be able to get away with it without sounding creepy.
Yeah.
Especially no. And she says, she looks at me like, yeah. Still creepy. Like, yeah.
Steve.
And I wanted to hide under the seat. What was that?
I don't know what's going on over there.
got
Jesus Christ.
Threat secured. The computer says threat secure.
What? Oh, Jesus. Don't close out of anything. I hope it doesn't close.
I'm over here.
In the portal, bro. No, you shouldn't until this show is over. Jenny wanted to hide under the seat. She also said some bullshit I want to call out real quick. She said that I'm almost to work and I don't think I'll be able to listen anymore. Listen, you tell your fucking boss. First off, you get Periscope, okay? Put your little earbuds in.
Yes, Periscope is what we were talking about.
If you put it on Periscope, you can listen to it in the background. Right? I know, bud. I'm on a meth level of coffee right now.
All over the place.
I feel like I'm going to shit my brains out.
Oh, dude, you know what?
Because I'm so excited.
Let's take the elevator downstairs and chill out for a second.
Oh, okay. That elevator is way faster up. Way faster up than it is down. It's strange.
Weird. So weird. Already 100 messages today. Wow.
Good one. Mm-hmm.
Periscope. It's like Twitter. You can download it. Go to your app store right now. Periscope. Are you on Twitter? Because you already have a Periscope.
I want to address something real quick because your wife keeps interrupting me with her rude comments.
Okay, please do.
I'm going to put your wife in line real quick.
Her boss will be watching.
I want you to tell your boss that Adam Bundren. Are you watching? Let me explain something to you,
Bundren
Jack.
Property.
Bundren Realty Group, Property Group,
Group.
Realty. Fuck, they do realty.
Realty property.
There's your one free one. Bundren, let me tell you something. There's never been a fucking bigger waste of time on planet Earth than a Monday morning meeting. Get your day started. Get pumped up and let's go.
Let's go.
Send it.
Man.
Send a.
Oh wait, I'm not. Send a fucking song, boy. Okay, Periscope. You say good to know. I have to download that for work. That's good because with the Periscope thing, the Periscope deal. Every other YouTube, you put it on, you put the video out, you're listening, video on, boop, okay, video, audio gone. Life sucks. Okay, you're watching.
What happens when you're on Periscope, bud? Oh, YouTube. What happens on YouTube?
YouTube. Listening. Wait, we need to do YouTube. Facebook or YouTube.
Facebook or YouTube.
Oh, cool. Listen,
put it in my back pocket.
This is awesome. Turn it off. Oh. Life is bad again.
Twitch.
I don't know about Twitch.
I don't know either. I think Twitch probably plays. That's okay. Twitch is guys streaming. It's probably not though. This is put Twitch in the back pocket.
Maybe.
Periscope.
Ooh, yeah, having a good time. This conversation is so
good. I can't put it down. It's making me a better person. Making me a better person. Back pocket. This conversation's still good.
Jump around. We're just following our dreams, guys.
If we can work in an aerobic session like this every morning, I'm going to lose a lot of weight, bud.
You look good. Your juice cleanse made you. I was looking at you the other day, and I was like, dang. Because you were kind of like.
First place you lose, it's in the face. And like,
no, not you. Your face still looks fat as shit.
Yeah, but
your chest, though, the other day was just like. And you were kind of flexing, and you had your shirt off, and the sun was coming out, and you were just standing there. And just a few tufts.
That's why I rock
hair.
I don't have chest hair.
Just a few tufts.
I
could just see.
I'm a porpoise.
Dude, me too.
My arms up. I wish we were here. Just give him a little bit of. Listen, not everybody gets to see what Missy sees.
I've had past girlfriends say, "My arms are hairier than yours. I won't date you anymore."
You've had them say that?
Yeah.
What a bunch of idiots.
I was with him. I was like, yeah, okay, hairy arms, get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? Even though it didn't bother me at all.
Yeah, sure.
I like a hairy.
Totally.
I like a hair. I like hair.
Dennison has nipple bushes.
I like hair. Oh,
can you extract any cannabinoids out of them? CBD, man?
It's like, you know how in
I do. I got nice
Asian
rings.
Movies.
Oh, yeah.
Where the elder
little
has
Fu Manchu.
Real long one. And no, that wasn't good. But
your nipples are Pai Mei, is what you're saying.
Yes, thank you.
You're Pai Mei from Kill Bill too.
Fuck out of here, hairy arms. I have nipple bushes.
Yeah, I used to wear nipple shields.
I love your hairless self, Jen says.
Oh, Jenny, get on somewhere. God, shit is ridiculous. What are you, fucking Spice Girls?
I don't know. Steve, tighten it up. It's the morning time.
Listen.
So, I'm all for hairless. Acid-Jazz Snave. It sounds like Severus Snape.
She's a Slytherin. I'll bet she speaks puzzle tongue. Anyway, listen.
Oh, you know she does.
Hey. I could probably get 20, 30 grams from these puppies after harvest. I know who you are, Dennison. Hey, Steve,
he's going to harvest puppies?
No, his nipple hair. He's got cannabinoids. God. He knows how to extract. Anyway.
Oh, how do you harvest puppies?
Well, he'd probably do that too. Again. Fucking weirdo.
What? Let's hit him with hey, meet me downstairs real quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's switch. We don't have enough room. Ready? Did they see you?
Yeah, probably.
What?
Huh?
What just happened? We're just learning things. We're learning things. Mornings are for the Hoosiers.
Mornings are for the Hoosiers.
Where are we?
Smelling the woods, man.
Man, the woods smell good.
Smelling the woods, dude.
Woods smell good.
It's like a nice morning dump. Find a little weird that you want to do that right next to me. They could have maybe walked behind a tree or something.
Whatever. You said you preferred that I did do that.
Could have maybe walked behind a tree.
Maybe downstairs. They're like, why does that take them so long?
Downstairs we got a lot of steps.
We got a lot of stuff.
A lot of steps.
A lot of steps and stuff down there.
They don't know what goes into the kind of work that goes into this production.
Oh man, we care about our stuff, and so does Dennis and Collard.
Listen, can you hold the fort down for 2 seconds?
Yeah,
I got a fucking bug that is just driving.
It is. Oh, I bet you do have a nice bug in there. What's up, guys? I'm glad I got to see you this morning. This is going to be a wild ride. I'll tell you that right now. And I'm not mad about it. Thank you. Thank you to all of you. Sincerely. You are witnessing two Bobos follow their dreams, and you guys are a huge part of it. Without you guys, none of this even exists. Okay? You all good? Did you get it out, or was it just like...
It took like a jackhammer to get that thing out.
Are you okay?
All right.
I didn't see it. It wasn't on there.
No, I know. It was just hanging. Like it was... I'm trying to breathe through my nose.
Good morning, Casey Weedblog.
Buddy, I spent the...
Follow Casey Weedblog. Everybody right now.
Follow Casey Weedblog.
Everybody
follow Casey Weedblog.
Everybody follow Casey Weedblog. Follow Casey Weedblog.
Hey, listen, October 13th, Casey Weedblog has a show that he's starting. It's like a late night show.
For reals?
With Casey Weedblog.
When? What?
Casey Weedblog live. And he is going to... Guys, I'm so fucking amped right now.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Follow Casey Weedblog. Everybody fucking loves them.
Casey
Weedblog.
All right, so he's going to interview Clay Stallings and Chris Smith to start it out.
Who?
Oh, Chris is the guy that takes pictures.
Oh.
I don't know who the other guy is. Who? It's just people behind the scenes. Anyway.
Oh, the real cannabis media. Bo, I said it. I said it. Hey, B-Team Media. C-Team Media. I don't know which one to go with. But no, follow your local.
Anyway, so I got to talking to, Steve, that I got a real, besides this fear erection, every other part of the day, I have a projection mapping erection.
A projection erection.
I'm a projection erection. Thank you. I do. That's something. It's a medium. It's a medium I want to fucking get into.
You used to send me
so
videos
I start
of
talking
guys getting their ball bags busted. Now you send me light form. Where have you gone?
Can you
man?
imagine? I mean, with the light form, you could actually map someone's bag.
Oh, dude! And then when she hits it,
and it would go, and then puts like Batman, like kapow on there. You could do that.
That's kind of fun.
Way fun.
I was thinking like wave ripple.
That too. Anyway, the point is that James is smarter than everybody in the industry when it comes to technology.
He is.
He fucking is. He's better than everyone. He also DJ'd our prom. So anybody that came to prom knows how fucking awesome he is. Oh, did he ever kill it? We go from near, far, wherever you are.
And one of the most beautiful experiences in my life. No kidding.
I would have never thought it would happen to that song. Celine goddamn Dion. To a song that in 1997-98 was... It was actually physical torture, the amount that they played it on the radio. This is how they got Noriega out of his compound, okay? And
yeah, right. Noriega was in there like on the 40th time. Like, he's getting it.
We went from that, and it was a beautiful moment.
Oh,
Rachel Crawford from Rustic Oils, her handsome husband, CJ, the electrician.
We go wherever.
Everybody raises wherever you are.
Everybody's
holding hands. They're making out like a couple of fucking.
What
is that? You put a crown on somebody and they think they can just. Little much, guys. Little much, guys. Little much. We want to celebrate your love, but,
I think she celebrated his love that night, if you know what I mean.
Hello, governor. Hello. What does it all mean, Basil?
I don't know.
Listen, and then so we go from this great moment, this tender moment to, now wait a minute.
We even looked at each other. We go, what is he going to hit him?
Yep.
What can
and as soon as he hit it, you go.
Do?
Now that's a fucking DJ, man. We're just like, you make me wanna. He's not the first DJ to play Shout. All right, let's not fucking jerk this guy off. Okay, Shout is the oldest trick in the DJ book. But a perfectly timed shout.
Yes,
that's what separates the men from the lesser men.
Yeah, totally.
Behind the DJ
everybody
board.
Can make contact. Not everybody can park it in Big Mac land like Harrison Bader.
Oh, fuck. Fucking I got excited about baseball for 8 minutes.
I know. I'm sorry.
They blow a fucking 6-run lead. Guy. So, Steve, let's talk about what this show is going to be a little bit.
Really? Okay. Spanish Society. We love them, too.
Yeah, I like them. They're fine.
They're fine.
The Spanish Society picnic this weekend. I was supposed to too. I was in fucking Fredericktown. What do you want me to do?
Listen,
I need a fucking helicopter.
He goes, "Hey man, do you want to play guitar at the washer?"
And you're like,
tourney?
I always want to play guitar.
No, at the washer tourney. So I brought my. You remember this thing is not. I didn't build this right. Keep your wood from slapping into it, fella. So he goes, "Man, you want to play guitar at the washer tourney?" And I said, "Yeah, it would be an honor." And then I get there, and pardon my French, but some dickbag.
He was great.
I loved it.
He was great. He played the lonesome kicker, which when he fucking nailed the lonesome kicker, I'm like, oh, this is our kind of guy.
It's always weird whenever I see a fellow musician playing at a place like that because not many are paying in-depth attention. So everyone's kind of walking around, well, I want to show my respect. I want to look at you while you play and say,
good job.
Well done.
I was affirming him all day.
I know.
Although I got to say, the guy drug his dirty acoustic guitar playing dick all over my Chuck-a-Luck wheel, probably. It was right next to it. Come on, guy.
I know.
Come on, guy. I'm trying to make money here. I'm trying to raise money for a kid.
Why
do you hate kids?
That guy
hated them.
Kids. He was singing songs.
He actually gave a lot of money to
Yeah,
Chuck-a-Luck wheel.
Guy was great.
He was fucking awesome in every.
But
Guys, if you can't tell, we tell jokes. Okay.
I would have written you a Chuck-a-Luck song.
You would have?
Just right then and there. What do you say?
I go, Chuck-a-Luck.
G chord.
Chuck-a-Luck.
Chuck-a-Luck.
I'll get the bass going.
C chord. D, C. D chord.
Okay.
So we would have
had a jam, bud.
Do you think when Mozart and like composers got together, they go, "Hey man, that new song you're writing, how does it go?" And he's like, "Oh dude, it's G flat, crescendoing down to B minor." And the dude's like, "Oh god, that's nuts!" Instead of actually going.
You haven't seen the new Bill and Ted movie yet. You haven't seen the new Bill and Ted movie yet.
No, I never will.
Oh well, you're an idiot. Because what happens is in Mozart, he's playing his little tunes for his little French fuck party. Okay, and he's like,
clean it up,
everybody.
It's the morning. Come on, bud. Can't be talking
His
about
little
French F party.
I don't have his French F party. Okay,
God.
so then
the FCC's watching us right now.
So he's playing. He's playing a little tune. Guess who plugs in his amplifier outside after the little phone booth lands outside of whatever effing palace he's in.
Tech 9?
Actually, Kid Cudi's in it. But
really?
Jimi Hendrix. Oh, Kid Cudi plays one of it's a goof-ass movie, but it fucking but it teared me up, man. It teared me up, and it was awesome. And Kid Cudi is like ultra woke, just explaining crazy metaphysics the whole time. Dude, it's on. You got to check it out. It's great.
I knew Keanu wouldn't do it. I knew he wouldn't do it without. I didn't share it to my timeline yet, so that's what I'm doing.
My wife said the FCC won't let me be, or let me be me, so let me see.
Let me see, so let me be. ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Remember that song?
Can I have some CBD?
No, you're on too much right now.
I probably really could use some CBD.
You're on way too much. See, this is the problem with Facebook. Oh, Whole Bear's watching us on the big screen right now.
On the big screen, dog.
What do I have to do? Did you share it into the group?
I did.
Did you share it into the group?
I did, bud. It's pinned. It's pinned, bud.
Is it pinned?
It's pinned. It's shared. Share it on your page.
I'm trying.
Share it on your page.
Why
don't you pull your weight, pal?
Facebook's. Why would people watching that in the morning? We boosted an ad, and it's amazing. If you give Facebook $20, they go, oh yeah, everyone will see it.
Now everybody's sharing it and liking it. And
oh, you see that?
Is that Billy Shakespeare over there?
Bill?
Listen.
Oh, here we go. Oh, it's live. We're live, guys.
Yeah, dude, we are live.
We're live? This is I thought this was
is a test show. It is a test show. We're still going live tonight, right?
Oh, God.
We're still doing our show tonight.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Mondays are for the Hoosiers. You're going to get a double dose of Hoosierdom on Mondays. To answer your question, Kenzie, I'm talking about the new Bill and Ted movie, Save the Music, Face the Music. Bill and Ted do fucking something with music is what I'm saying. It's a new movie. It came out this year, and you should check it out because it's really good.
And if you want mornings, people to talk to you like this in the mornings, this is
if
where
you don't start your day with a little daily dose of You're Not Enough, this is a good place to come.
It is. Wait, what's the show going to be about, Craig?
Well, Steve, what are all morning shows about? It's about a couple of dickheads farting into a microphone while their buddies sniff them up, and they're like, that's
Good
I
job,
like
guys.
your vintage.
Good
I like
job,
your vintage.
guys.
We're going to cover a little bit of everything. Topical news, maybe a little bit of sports. I was way more juiced about covering sports when the Cardinals looked like they had a little bit of a shot. But then I was like, oh, wait a minute. This is the squad they put together. Why am I not surprised that they lose a fucking 4-run lead in the fucking 7th inning because Mike Schilt has no goddamn idea what he's doing?
That was tough to watch. You can't put that
I'm
on
not putting it on
Schilt.
Schilt.
You
I'm not
can't
putting it
put
on anybody.
him.
Nobody knows what's going on this year. I don't care.
Listen, you got to get those guys. The only way a team's going to really win a championship, and old Madden was almost onto this stuff. You get all your boys out, and you have a little, like, ceremony type. Anything you can do to build the bonds between those brothers in the clubhouse is what you do. I've been watching this show, a little sneak peek into my streaming picks, because that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a little sports. You're going to get stuff to watch. You're going to get what's going on in these guys' heads. There's a show, Bear Grylls. God love him. You Bear Grylls guy?
Grylls guy.
Girls guy? Girls guy? All right, so that looks wild. Bear Grylls has a show called The Island. They take 14 English mates. They take 14 British blokes and 14 English lassies. Lassies?
Dames? Broads?
No. They take 14 to an island about yay big, man. Not big. Probably just a Pacific island, you know? Like if you threw a football maybe like 14 times across it.
You can go across it.
Yeah, you throw it once, pick it up 14 times.
That's like 1,000 yards.
It's like 1,000,000 yards for me. I think might as well be North America. I was the only guy to throw a football across North America.
Good job, buddy. How about Elise here coming real hot? There should be an asterisk in all the record books for sports. The Rona. These elite athletes are having their stats destroyed this year. It's kind of sad. You want to know what's sad?
Sad.
You want to know what's sad?
This is sad.
The Cardinals team leader in home runs this year is Brad Miller.
Brad Miller can rake.
Who can rake?
Seattle. Dude was in Seattle, could rake. I bet he had a 20, 25 home run season before.
In Seattle, I believe that.
And maybe hit 30 bombs one year.
Doubt that.
We're doing everything ourselves, so I'm going to see
You think Brad Miller hit
30 bombs? I want to say he got close. Nah. I want to say Brad Miller got close to 30 bombs because he had a couple nice years, bud. I remember it. He looks like a little guy.
Oh, he
looks like a little guy.
He's a wee little lad.
Let's see. Oh yeah, when he was 26, how many bombs did he have? When he was 26, how many bombs did he have?
Oh, wow.
When he was 26.
Boy, that's a juice year if there was ever a juice year.
You think?
8, 10, 11, 30, 9, 7, 5, 2, 13, 1, 12, 7.
You know what that calls for? Being right on the 30 home run. Black, bringing it back, blackity black, blackity black, bringing it back, blackity black, black.
Anyway, he led the team in home runs with 7. It's not so much that Brad Miller led the team. It's that he led with 7, pal.
Here's the thing that kicks you in the keister the most. To get back to the island right after this. All of the ex-Cardinals dominating the league.
I know, bud. Marcelo Zuna, fucking Luke Voigt.
Voigt
led the league, didn't he?
At the beginning of the year, the first, when Pujols,
Ruth and Gehrig.
Yes, when Pujols was on his tear for a while, those were he had 2 benchmarks. Yep. They're like, ooh, we got 2 guys to compare him to. This is wild. That's why it was so fun.
That's what Luke Voigt did.
That's what he did this
But
year.
I mean, we got Matt Carpenter.
I know. Matt Carpenter, he's a ball player.
He's a
Where's
ball.
no batting gloves?
Matt Carpenter.
Batting gloves.
I was a big Matt Carpenter guy 5 years ago.
Oh yeah. When he could hit doubles.
When he came up as a double machine. And he knocked cover off the ball down in Springfield, too. He looked good coming up.
Yeah, I saw him in
hey, listen.
Springfield. I got to hear another
second base,
Springfield story.
when his value played at second base. You know what I mean? Like when
First
you got a
and
guy
third,
hitting, when you got a guy hitting fucking, 30, 40 doubles playing second base and giving you minus defense, but not far minus defense. Like,
yeah, dude.
Now, granted, Colton Wong's saving you a bunch of runs there. I'm liking the player Colton Wong's growing up.
He's okay.
I'm like, I thought it maybe would have progressed a little bit faster, but
he's okay.
He's a good player. A little Gold Glover.
Yeah.
Point is that bat played at second. It don't play at first.
He's a little flashy for me.
It don't play
I
at
wish he
first.
played the game the right way.
He's a little flashy.
I wish he
Like,
played the game the
bud,
right
keep
way.
your feet and just get to get behind the ball. Get your body in front of the ball.
fundamentals first,
Yeah,
you know, yeah,
get your
don't
body in
flip,
front of the ball.
everything
Maybe a
they
little
say,
crow
that's it.
hop.
Yeah,
Maybe
I don't
point to where you're throwing.
I don't know. Listen, here's the deal. Carp at second, great. Even now, okay. But at the hot corner, I need a guy like Goldie. I need a
no
guy.
doubt. Yeah,
I need a
absolutely.
guy like Mike Schmidt over at third. You know what I mean? I need a guy
like
who can
the
grow
best.
a thick mustache, who can throw a ball like Scott Rowland,
agree.
who can come in and who's got a nice 2.5 pound
No doubt.
little chihuahua that he carries with him everywhere.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like a gentleman.
He's a
too.
gentle guy.
He's a gentle guy.
energy.
Exactly. You get it. So, getting back to the island, 14 English blokes. Why
are we talking about that? This is your stream pick this morning and tonight, or
No. This was a callback to what you were
I'm with you.
referring
Go ahead.
to.
Okay.
Where it's all kind of tribal. It's weird how these people will dissect the psychology behind how this show breaks down 14 regular people, just 14 regular people, real
regular Joes.
That they get a basic, survival class, and then they just have to go out there and live. Just have to go out there. It's so funny. Most of the people make it. It's not like Alone. Remember Alone, where okay, that's half the battle. Now at least you have some people to joke around with, and it's okay. They're getting bit up by bugs. Obviously, the first chick is like, I work at a salon. And the bugs, she goes, have you seen how pruny they are? Like they were being destroyed.
Okay.
She's like, this is my career. And I was like,
It was like vanity personified.
I was like, settle down, Dr. Strange. Okay. And I mean,
Yeah, you're not a
I
heart
get
surgeon.
it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get
yeah.
it. But there's also the lady, and I'm not saying that cutting
surgeon.
hair isn't a big deal. But Jenny and I were talking about that lady. Did you ever see that lady with the no arms and the feet who did everything? Back when we were kids.
I've seen a few people.
What was
like
her
that.
name, Jen?
There's
Betty
a guy that
Polino?
builds cars for Ford that now got
She was amazing. I remember her going to the drive-thru with her kids.
driving through just fucking.
And she get it with her toe. She got the money, got the bag of food, was handing stuff back to the kids in the back seat.
That's awesome.
Most amazing thing.
It is amazing.
It's the most inspirational
No
thing
doubt.
I've
Yep.
still to this day. I'm blown away at what people are capable of.
A lot.
So to see these breakdowns of how humanity will formulate into groups of, hey, here's a little, I'm an alpha, and the girls, by the end, they never elected a leader. Well, then things started to fall apart. Then they finally elected a couple leaders, but the leaders were real gentle, and their interactions on this island when they're starving were so much different than the guys' reactions. And it really made me think of the yin and the yang of, now we're so convoluted with all this stuff, but the softer, the girls' camp had like decorations and it was clean, and so was the guys. But the guys were more focused on practicality, and the girls were making an experience. And it's having that, we're going to, on this show also, we're going to talk about meditation. And that's why I love the Hare Krishna and the Hare Rama. It's calling the divine and the masculine and putting those together. And it's kind of like our relationship.
100%, man.
I'm just fully in the divine. I was trying to wrap that up of why I brought up the island.
I think it was because we were talking about what we were going to do for the mornings and what people have. Sports actually broke in.
No, it was sports related.
Whatever.
We're going to get this
The point is that we were talking about we were going to. Brad Miller hit 30 bombs.
He hit 30 bombs,
2016.
okay? Jesus.
Maybe check his blood work from 2016 is all I'm saying. Maybe.
50 home runs? It's a garbage stopgap team.
Well, he's not wrong. Yeah, he's not wrong about that. No. I mean, that's fair. I mean, listen, it kept me from having to talk about Mizzou. Listen, we're not going to make it's not going to be a sports show is my point. We're going to cover it. We're going to cover sports. We're going to cover the news of the day. We're going to give you any breaking cannabis or psychedelic news. We're going to do that. We're going to have fun doing that. Monday nights are still going to be just a raucous good time. Just raucous. They're going to be a fun
Now that we
time.
got a green screen. This is actually a green screen. We're not standing
in an infinite
here.
series of tunnels.
We're not here. And this isn't the woods.
It's not, guys. We did not just...
No, this is not the woods.
Get it together.
This is a green screen.
I'm going to expect just a little bit more out of my fans.
The light's good, though, today, right?
That's better, I guess.
You think... Is there any...
We got to go get some fucking... It's a whole new space. We had it figured out before. Yeah, it's a whole new space.
Yeah, I'm just kind of soaking it all in,
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. It smells nice out here. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way.
That's what we're going to do here, man.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to have some fun. We're going to give you the news. We're going to make you laugh. We'll give you some kind of intellectual value, maybe. We're going to fart in the microphones.
No, we are. I guarantee
We're going to do a little better job containing our erections. This is a little weird.
We were excited.
I'm excited.
I need a nap now.
I'm excited. I have a pure adrenaline boner now. It's gone from fear to pure adrenaline. Or maybe vice versa.
How do you maintain
Strike
an
that,
erection
reverse
for
it.
so long?
I used to do a casting to make molds for mine. So, like, you got to really think through it for hours sometimes. You want to get a good mold, really vascular, good mold.
Oh, I got a few of those molds.
100%. Yeah. I was actually hoping to do that to one of the walls. It's just kind of.
Yeah, we were going to do that.
Mold all the cooks.
Mold the cooks. Who said that? Did they want to do that? Corey?
Somebody. Probably Corey Gray if I had to guess.
I think it was. Actually.
Oh. They can't hear that.
They can't.
No, they can't hear it.
That's hilarious, boss.
It's just for us. We're just doing a good job, bud. We're just doing a good job.
I can bring this over here.
Okay.
You are a great
We got a lot coming up, too. We have a fundraiser on the 17th that I'm super excited about.
Yeah, we get to travel across the state to do it, too. Our families are going to get a little mini vacay together. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, no, I say things, and I'm like, oh,
you're doing
that?
Doesn't
sound like you mean it. You know what I mean?
That's actually happening.
I'm very excited about that.
It's going to be a good time.
Here's the deal. When I look back on all this, it's going to be weird because there's so much good stuff going on right now.
It really is.
To be a part,
we'll have a dispensary open in a week in this state.
We're living in crazy times right now. And I know that's cliche, but we really are living just your personal experience right now that you're having, that I'm having, the people that we're connecting to. And that's another thing about that show, The Island, how base level you get. I'm going to bring everything back to it. How base level you get.
You working for Netflix?
Bear Grylls, man. He's got me.
I like Bear Grylls.
Listen to his podcast.
Badass. I think he was like SAS or something, wasn't he? Yeah,
probably not. Maybe.
It's all made up.
He's an actor, crisis actor. But when you break it down to simplicity, it was very cool to see the bonds that everyone made. It was 6 weeks, and to see people go through
how quick they get tribal.
Yeah, and how quickly nothing else matters, and how quickly things can change from complete tension, not enough food, not enough water, people aren't holding their weight, I'm working harder than you. All of these root problems in our day-to-day lives that if you broke them down, it would be envy, or you're not fulfilling yourself, so you're angry at other people. All of the beauty and the facade, the makeup, all that stuff goes away when you break it down into that. So you start to think, oh my God, this is life at its most core survival. What do people do? Mm-hmm. That's why it was so neat to see this experiment, and it made me long for experiences where you kind of go through group trauma and you have to go through an experience together. And that's what's cool about psychedelic journeys,
Sure.
That you can go on this experience that seems like it can be a fucking lifetime. And if you do it right, not that there's a wrong way per se, but if you do it with some intention and try to get the most out of it, the people, what they were experiencing when they got a meal, when they got a fish, when somebody else did something and contributed to the tribe, it made everything so simple. Now, don't get me wrong, it was hell.
Sure. No, I think I
live
understand
in those
what you're
conditions.
saying. Yeah.
But how can we get more moments like that in our lives now without having to live on an island for 6 weeks with nothing?
Yeah.
Everything else faded away, and the conversations they had with their family when it was making me cry.
Sure.
Just because kids, daddy, mommy. One kid was like, "Who dis? New phone," which I thought that was
kind of funny.
That was good. No, but they were getting life was this wet rag, and they were just going,
wringing it out,
getting every highs and lows. And some people in the tribe, clubhouse people. Mm-hmm. Some people, they can swing an axe all day. Mm-hmm. Some people are really good at delegating what everyone needs to do, and everyone just kind of goes with it because there's always this moment.
That order is important.
I don't need leaders. We don't need them. I don't need it.
And everything falls apart.
Things will run well for a little bit,
yep.
And then people start getting lackadaisical. You start losing focus, and it doesn't necessarily need to be someone's a boss.
No. Just someone's keeping
leadership.
Someone's just keeping the plan going,
and helping create one as you go that everyone is okay with. Or sometimes we like to be told what to do, when to do it, task oriented. And it was weird to see in this tribal setting how this all worked. And they had to kill pigs and alligators, and their adrenaline rush. We had an adrenaline rush this morning, obviously, from the show. Imagine jumping on a crocodile's back when you're starving.
No doubt. Yeah. No doubt.
So this is what this show is for people.
I mean, I
want it to be
the very
crocodile,
literal sense.
I want it to be jumping on the crocodile's back and wringing the most out of life. If that's what this show, I want it to be about in the mornings.
I love it, man.
We add value, and we
make you laugh, make you think, make you love.
Make you go through all the emotions.
Yeah,
baby.
And events live like the human experience, right? So, I think that there is so much that can be chalked up to this idea of 6 weeks of isolation. You'll see people at their most desperate and at their most charitable, at their most angry, probably. sad,
irritated, frustrated.
no doubt. So you're going to see people at all those, and that's
ugly. You see the ugly sides.
Time away is going to do that no matter, I think, where you're at. Like if you're in complete isolation, like having to go inside, which is something I think is a theme around here. Like we try to go inside. We try to talk about going inside, try to help people find their way inside. But also there is like this thing that happens when we decide to recommit ourselves to just nature in general, regardless of all this time. So like when we all go out and we get in the woods and we get to unplug, and we get to just connect, and we do it for such short amounts of time that it's happy, it's a love fest, it is what it is. There's not quite enough time to pass for like real bad problems to happen. Couple avoided in the past, like that could have happened, accidents, something like that. But the point is like,
well, that's life too.
I still come back from 3 days talking to my family like I just learned what it was to be a human again, because of how much our makeup depends on this coexisting relationship between us and nature. And if we give back and we sing out and we, create all of these different little moments with nature around us, we are activating nature. We're getting nature amped too.
We are nature.
We are nature. We become we for just a moment we become a part of that congealed ooze that is
congealed ooze.
The congealed ooze, Mike Patton. But like just that thing that brings us all together, and so I don't like that show. Helps you to experience a wide range of emotions. I talked about last week how I had a crazy grief dump on like one of the happiest days of my life, right?
Grief dump.
That's the best way I've been calling it. But on one of the happiest days of my life. So I think that isolation is more likely to bring that out of people over a, extended period of time. But it doesn't necessarily take that amount of time with friends in nature to come back feeling more alive, at least more in tune with like what you want to see out of the world or out of your experience, right? So if we can do anything, it's to just get people to maximize this experience.
That's it.
Whatever that means. For 3 hours a morning.
We're still trying to figure it out.
Oh, yeah, I don't know shit.
I don't know.
Just come with me while I talk to myself about what it is.
It's just
because those are my favorite podcasts. When or conversations even. And I got talking about. I'll shout him out on the show. I got talking about Nathan Forbush.
I love that guy
because he is what I would call an intentional listener, like a deliberate listener, and I've gotten in some of my deepest conversations.
He's usually touching himself, though, wow.
A little strange.
He's listening to you.
A little strange.
But take the good with the bad.
I get it. That's fine. Like, whatever. These are the things we invite.
Trade-off.
Yes, trade-off. But when I've gotten into some of the deepest, most existential. Ryan Watts is another guy like that. Intentional, deliberate listeners where you feel comfortable getting so lost in this understanding of reality that a lot of times you lose your train of thought and they'll be like, no, I understand. Where you're at is this, and this. I'm like, you understand? Because I'm floating in the astral void and I don't remember what I was saying. They're like, no, here's where I appreciate that so much.
They're both thoughtful
and deliberate,
sweet,
and just happy to give your idea, if you're talking about something deep, the attention they feel it deserves. Yeah, because they're having a connection with a bunch of sickos.
What is wrong with them? Probably. I get it.
I understand.
I get it. No, having thoughtful, kind, sweet people around. And even I love the fringe, rough around the edges. People, bring them all. That's why I don't really care for the... If you don't like it, then leave. But some people need that. Some people need to hear if you don't like it, get the hell out of here. Because then they go, okay, well, I don't want to leave this place. I will make some changes to where I'm maybe a more thoughtful listener. Mm-hmm. And they go, hey, cool. That's cool. We don't really expect anything.
Not at all.
From anyone, but I also expect a lot out of people at the same time. I'm living all of these dualities that I can't be everything to everyone, but I can be everything to some people. You know, and not that it's everything, but I'm just saying the duality of everything coming together,
of being meaningful and meaningless.
Yes,
at the same time.
Exactly. Thank you, buddy. And navigating the waters with the people we've surrounded ourselves with.
It's the best.
We have grown this organic little group, and I hesitate to call it a club because I don't want it to seem exclusive.
Cliquey. Yeah.
Oh my God. The more, the merrier. Except when I told the Waffle House gal that I had
What's
enough
the
friends.
deal, bud?
I had enough friends.
You do. I get it.
No, I didn't say it.
No,
to her, but I thought that in my head. I go, I got enough friends. I don't have enough friends. I just want.
What can this thing that has been created out of a couple of dickheads from South City, St. Louis? What can become of something that in a few short years has led us to talking to some of the world leaders in things that we're interested in, being involved in political change on a level that we probably didn't have any aspirations to do. We're going to talk about sports and drugs and late night sports talk radio, but the idea was like, yeah, but what if, we focus on like the love, like how much people love one another. You got to know, the Hamiltons, and they're fucking awesome. Got to see them, freaking awesome. We got to see them this weekend. Yeah, I know. Fuck. But like that changed your outlook on life. Talking to Robbie Basil, Stephanie Tufts, people that were treating their kid weren't afraid to come on the radio and talk about treating their kids with cannabis. From that, we get to meet Blake. And we get to meet Tom Mundell and Jeff Mazansky, and that starts kind of a different conversation. Well, then it's like, then we're kind of involved in this thing like, whoa. These are regular people. These are regular people making the primary conversation they're involved with one that needs to be had. That seems like something we can do. And we do that, and then all of a sudden we get this kind of organic group that's grown where a lot of the people have no idea that this show exists, right? And what that's become in a few short years, what does that look like when we become the conduit, the antenna, the beacon on a daily basis, on a morning conversation that doesn't have to start with, whatever was trending last night, the debates or anything else, but rather focuses on the fact that despite all of this random fuckery that they tell you is afoot in the world, you haven't changed. Like, you are still love. You are still the kindness and goodness that you want to see in people, regardless of what people on TV or people online tell you are because maybe of the way that you vote or something like that. You are none of those things that people say you are. You're what you were when you were a kid, which was just a kid that was looking for a friend to play with, right? It was just somebody that,
can Billy come out and play? I'm lonely. This feels really weird, knocking on your door.
Our kids hardly know this. Like their communication is like they don't know like what it's like to call a house of the girl that you like and having to ask the father. Dad. If his daughter is home, so you can holler at that bitch.
Oh, good for me. They thought I was another little girl.
Hi, is Julie there?
Yeah, is this Susie?
Yeah, Susie.
No, it's Steve.
No, I just want to make it clear, Mr. Smith, that this is Steve.
Don't tell him your last name, man.
I touched your daughter's boobs, sir.
You made it. I groped it.
We're a team here, brother.
This is something we're working towards together.
Who knew?
The point is, what does it look like if we get to broadcast this signal out into the expanse of the internet and everything else?
Breaks the matrix
on a daily basis. And people can all of a sudden maybe gravitate towards something that they're more naturally inclined to gravitate to, which is love and kindness and laughter, and not your neighbor's an asshole and these people who live 3,000 miles away from you that sit in a literal marble palace. No, but we don't believe any of that. You don't believe that in your heart of hearts. How many people are like, politics are a fucking joke, man. This is a fucking joke. But let me spend most of my day calling friends and family complete assholes for believing the punchline's a little bit different.
I know.
It's not who we are. And so I think if we make it a point to put fun out there, put love out there, put kindness out there, put the human experience out there, people are going to naturally gravitate towards it, which is going to grow the power and the magic that happens within our group, at our events, and all of these things. At least that's what I hope. And that, Steve, is what we're doing here.
Don't worry, I flexed while you're gone.
Nice, man. Sorry.
Nailed it.
Had to go do something about my adrenaline boner.
I feel like the underdog.
Yeah, that's a great spot.
I feel like love is the underdog sometimes.
I think you're right.
I
think it's a harder sell.
If you tell the story right, maybe not. I could see in different ways. We were just saying, it's meaningful and meaningless at the same time. I can see where love is the hardest sell in the world to some people, but also the sweetest little juiciest morsel that didn't cost you a penny, So both ways. I feel like the underdog as far as what we're doing. I feel like we are doing something no one else is doing right now in St. Louis. Our idols are Duncan Trussell, Aubrey Marcus, Joe Rogan. Duncan Trussell has had a huge impact in my life of just...
It's awesome to see him fucking blowing up.
Oh, for sure.
It's awesome to see it.
He seems Christ-like to me. I was always confused as a kid who was always in the church. It was rare to find someone truly who acted like Jesus. A lot of people were into the faith, but just a simple, I'm just here, I'm all peace all the time. I want to simplify things, and that's what this show has helped me do. It has helped me have the conversations so I could help simplify, so I could come up with certain tenets to live my life by, that you can come up with rules that are always true. And that's where, to tie into the Jesus teachings, some of those teachings, I always love the turn the other cheek. Hit me 1,000,000 times. The forgiveness thing. Forgive 7 times, 77 times, whatever. I don't know exactly what. But to get all of these messages from Jesus, what is this turning into? Here's the deal. I've always wanted to spread the love at the base of it, even when I was a kid.
At school,
I always liked.
When they said, if you met one of your friends and found out that they didn't know about Jesus, what would you do? And I'm like, well, I would just teach my friends about how awesome this guy Jesus was. Pretty simple.
And that's what this show is about.
Yeah, this is a Christian fundamentalist understanding of how awesome Jesus was.
I do think Jesus is awesome, but now learning about Duncan Trussell,
Christ consciousness, Buddha consciousness. You learn about
100%.
Yeah. You learn about how people all over the world
want
to be loved.
Has helped me understand, because then when I hit college, I tripped out of my mind. I got high on cannabis. The devil.
What?
I know. And I had a crisis where I was all over the place. I totally left. God and religion were gone. Boom, done. This is all stupid.
Just like a switch?
Like a Bill Maher. Religion is for anyone.
That shit actually, I think,
an idiot.
I think stuff like that actually rooted me in my faith more.
Well, sure. At first, I thought...
I was holding on to it.
At first, I thought, man, I am an idiot. Because I remember one kid in his 8th grade where or maybe it was even earlier than that, he goes, I was laughing about how weird another religion was. A Hindu religion.
My dad did this to me.
Crazy. And the kid goes, yeah, not as crazy as eating the body and blood of your own savior. And I was like,
dude, I used to remember.
He broke my constructs of everything going on. God, he broke them.
And I remember thinking, wow, we're just as nuts as everybody else. But
Yep.
it was this unifying thing.
Yeah.
And that's what the group has, this unifying thing of we're all kind of nutty. We all kind of accept each other. And we all love each other. And that's where the basis of my growing up, now getting into Duncan Trussell and hearing the people that he talks to and learning that love is, it's okay. And love is going to take so many different forms that it's tricky, but it's also so simple.
Yeah.
When you break it down, so simple. Yeah, I just love turning the other cheek, whatever. Peace, Sometimes you got to, pop a mother effer. Sometimes you got to pop
Get
one.
him on the throat.
Yes. So, but that's the subtle nuances of life, baby. That's why when we have these conversations about all the hard things, we always want to go back to simple tenets of these are the rules. They are simple to follow. This is it. Even the most brilliant people want to break it down, but everything is so subtly nuanced. That's the great thing I had to learn about my life, is that every time I said, oh, I got this shit figured out now, life was throwing me a old Uncle
Charlie,
Wainwright to
little
Beltran.
12 to 6.
And it kept, either you look at that and go, man, I had it all figured out. Now I'm mad. Look what's on the TV. Look what this bull crap is. The world's falling apart. How many times you hear that? It's the worst time. It is. It's crazy. Yeah, some shit is wild right now. Wild. But those are the juicy parts of life. Or you can go, okay, life threw me a curveball. You know what? I'm going to study some film. I'm going to go into the clubhouse, and the next time this guy tries to throw me that pitch 2-2, I'm going to lay off of it, hopefully work myself into a walk.
100%, yeah.
Steal second.
Yeah, get on base. Step, lean into the pitch.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe cause a little chaos on the base pass is what I was doing.
Listen, you can't have 8 billion people on a tiny little rock and expect it to not get a little fucking crazy from time to time. But
that's juicy, baby. That's the T-bone
that's
juicy.
the juice. That's the story.
Oh, and that's what we're trying to.
Dude.
If we can be the focus of the good instead of you going, man, the life sucks. Everything sucks. And guess what? It does. You're right. You're absolutely right. Life sucks the biggest, hairiest set of bollocks in town. It does. But at the same time, it is the most sweet, awesome, beautiful experience any of us will probably go through. We don't know. We don't know. Life is one big, long trip.
Yeah. So is death.
There might be something else.
At least I think.
So
it's just a transition.
The choice is yours.
Yeah.
And help us be the underdogs for love. Help us get after it. Help us be the change I wish to see in the world is legit world peace. Ever since I've been a kid,
it's
an easy
sell, right?
It's
an easy sell.
It's
the
idea.
idea.
If you're John Lennon, you can say it. Actually, they killed him for that and other things. But I remember even like teachers, you could say be president when you're a kid. Spit right on your shirt. Be president when you're a kid. And they're like, yeah, sure. You can even Susie, probably, yeah, good job. You say you want world peace, and the adults are like, good job. Yeah, maybe. This is just human nature to war. I always thought warring was over. You mentioned earlier, some guy 3,000 miles away making your life dog crap. Mm-hmm. Well, now we have this.
Yeah, it's a little more than that.
Now we have this. Okay, well, now we have communication. So we don't have to believe the lies that people tell us about our neighbors of why we fought each other. I always thought wars were an easy sell because back in the day, you could always say, this guy's making your life bad. Yeah. And you had no idea. You're like, who's making my life bad?
You know what's really strange about that in particular is that we have this device now that allows us to realize that the people across the ocean are not our enemy, but that same tool drives us further apart from the person that lives next door to us. So like it's becoming I think so, man. It's becoming increasingly more and more. When I was a kid growing up, like every night there was at least a couple of interactions with the neighbors.
Yeah.
Right? Out and about in their front yard, whatever, talking, the parents sometimes sitting down before the street lights come on as the kids are playing.
No doubt.
And now you walk up and down pretty much any street now, and like that is not happening. That is not happening. What are you doing?
You're just like, you're in your corner. And
Oh yeah, well I'm just looking at you, but that's not happening.
Just looking
I'm
at
just
it.
looking. I'm just giving it a look.
Look at it.
Just looking at it.
Is that is that this?
I think so.
Or is it the information coming from this?
It's just the distraction that this is. Like, it's all the awesome tool that this is does
Or
let
is it
us
just
know
'cause
that
people
somebody.
suck? Do people just suck now?
Well, I don't know. That would kind of fly in the face of, I think, what we believe to be our nature. Like,
Are people less interesting now because they go to work at some shit ass?
I think they're less interesting now because they're watching other people live life. I think that the average person is watching more people do things, and it's especially prevalent with this next generation coming up, with these kids coming up now, because it is nothing to flip on YouTube and watch some guys skateboarding for 5 hours rather than picking up a skateboard and going and skateboarding for 5 hours. Like, I think that there is a major shift of doing and watching, and it's not just kids. It's plenty of people. I think for us, we kind of came in at a time where, I mean, YouTube, I think, came out my senior year, the year after, I think my freshman year of college, but even, not YouTube, YouTube. I think it was like 2003, 2004.
You got YouTube mixed up with something?
No, I was thinking Google, but Google was around before that. But I mean, the idea of being able to use Google and high-speed internet, like all of those things came in pretty late in our education and in our upbringing. And so we got to like all of a sudden be like, hold
2005.
on. Okay, there you go. So was YouTube?
Yep.
Okay, so 3 years after we graduated high school, and like all of a sudden there was this place where people could put how-to videos on literally anything. And to us, like, it was like, well, I think people in our age demographic are still kind of picking up on this. But, you know, to us it was like, holy shit, like you can do like college level learning with just this thing. But these cat videos, like, but then we're still kind of trying to learn how to navigate.
Human nature, then.
We're trying to learn how to navigate the squirrel, right? But like, we know that it's an unbelievable tool.
I don't know if I buy into that narrative as much, because I think of my childhood and I did a lot of crap outside. I think I did more outside than my kids do now.
100%.
But my time was just spent doing other dumb
like sports or
crap.
games.
No. Even just sitting in the backyard and like mixing dumb stuff. You know, I'm 10 years old.
I don't think that's dumb at all.
Mixing
That's you just
totally
experimenting.
Totally. I wonder though if my kids will sometimes get stuff from here and then activate it in real life.
No doubt.
And I try to encourage that now you can learn to play the guitar. Now you can learn Spanish. Now you can pick. I try to instill in my kids all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, bud, I had a set of dictionaries.
Yeah.
That were the hot thing in my South City neighborhood because my
Dude, no
dad
doubt.
had one of
We
them. They
had
were
Encyclopedia
$700
Britannica.
or
Heck yeah,
something.
man.
It was insane
Yeah.
what encyclopedias. So my sister's friends and my friends, if we had reports to do, you sure as shit, someone was going to show up at our door and go, "Can I borrow the?"
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, make sure you bring that back.
Yeah.
Like
it ain't worth anything if it ain't a set.
And so you had to get.
I might need to learn about
one
vasectomies.
We're gonna do one later in the show too.
Live.
So we're got to get ratings up. So
vasectomy ought to get it.
But now you have all of the information at your fingertips, and you're choosing to watch this.
Idiots.
What's wrong with you people? Oh my God! Idiot! Go! Bobo! We love you.
We love you.
Break them down and build them up.
That's what you do. Think that they can't do it without you, bud.
You can't. You will never be anything without us. Just to let you know. I mean, our main goal is to build a cult. The Church of Unconditional
Love and Transcendence. Tranquility? What are you doing?
I thought
Tranquilizers?
That's for you, man.
The Church of Unconditional Love and Tranquilizers. I like it. Ketamine, oh ketamine. Ketamine, ketamine.
I don't actually have the...
There's no...
We can do stuff like this now. Ketamine.
Ketamine. Ketamine.
Ketamine.
Ketamine. Ketamine.
We have a lot of abilities to do things around here. It's going to be wild. Come up to Festus. The store's opening.
Seems like a good time to do it. There's awesome glass pieces up
I'll
there.
be
for
here.
sure. There's kratom.
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 Kratom. If you guys haven't got on the Kratom train,
it's
you paid
great.
me back. You paid me back. You got me.
Oh, my bad, guy.
It was okay. We kissed earlier.
We tongue kissed.
Tongue kissed each other.
Good morning. Good Monday morning.
Tongue bathed each other.
Good morning.
How's everybody's morning going? Oh wait. Oh wait. We don't care. All right, I want to take a minute. Let's remind everybody. Just breathe, you know.
Yes, I understand that every life must end. I thought we were reminding to breathe. Stay with me. Oh, let's just breathe. Did I say that I wanted? Whoa! Did I say that I needed it? Whoa! Is something the fool you see? It's more than me.
God, that guy is good. He's
pussy for the rest of us.
Good. That album is so.
It's really good.
Good.
It's really good.
That is "Into the Wild" by Edward Vedder.
Well, the song's called "Breathe." That's why I started singing
Into
it.
the
'cause
Wild soundtrack.
Yeah, it was in the Into the Wild soundtrack.
Oh, you laughed like I was way off.
No, you said that song was called "Into the Wild"
I
by
said-
Edward Vedder.
No, I didn't say that song.
Oh, you said
Did I
that
say-
was "Into the Wild." Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Did I say song? Because I will.
I don't think you said
I'll
song.
eat it. 'cause
I don't think you said
Brad
song.
Miller hit 30 home runs. Brad Miller hit 30 home runs. Everybody knows it. We got a lot of light going from up above.
Well, got light
Okay.
from above, light from below.
We do. We have no light. We should get it.
Hey, turn that off down there.
Oh, I'll go down there.
Why are these stairs going? Why are these stairs going towards one another? We bumped that. Like, they don't even complete.
This architecture.
This architecture is bullshit. They've got me in a labyrinth of lies.
Dog crap.
A labyrinth of lies.
This is like an MC Escher.
It's a nice fucking pull, bud. Nice fucking pull, bud. I was really I was trying to think of his fucking name and I couldn't. And
Really?
you were in my brain, bud. Because that's exactly what I saw. I saw a couple guys walking on infinity stairs like a couple of assholes. Didn't even think to just do one of these fucking things. Fucking Doctor Strange. Just Doctor Strange right up out of that joint.
Guy's the most powerful guy in the world, but he's got to do one of these. They say that in Avengers. They make a reference to and the guy who did the thing. Guy who did the thing. I like dancing like this.
It is nice. To a nice little waltz.
No. To metal.
Yeah, but it's got like a 3-step waltz. So we'll call it like metal waltz.
My mom dances like this.
I believe that.
How does your mom dance?
Actually, pretty similar, except it's just like this.
Your mom's like...
My mom's like two wild and crazy guys.
Really? That's great. My mom...
You do something with your arms.
No, this is it. They're locked.
Yeah,
together.
there's a bar holding
Yes,
them.
exactly. You
got to get the snap.
And it was like, get out of my dreams.
Oh, Billy Ocean.
Get into my car. Get into my dreams. And your mom was.
My mom was.
Your mom was like, oh, grab it.
That was
I
my
saw
dad.
her at the wedding.
That was my dad.
I saw her. Rest in peace.
May he rest in peace. Guy had fucking.
God, that guy
had a
shaking.
gyroscopic hip, buddy.
It got past.
Oh yeah, they called me old swivel hips in high school.
They called you mud pants.
They also called me that. Actually, funny story. One time, freshman here, St. Mary's. I won't give the kid's name. There's a chance he's watching. St. Mary's practice fields used to be.
Chances watching?
Chances watching. His name is Chances watching. Chances watching was a heck of a ball player.
Is watching. The whole is watching.
Before St.
family.
Mary's had a bunch of money poured in from the archdiocese and the county or whatever, and got paid off fucking Chaminade coaches. Or whatever. We used to practice at Cronolette Park, where the YMCA is. That was where we would. That's where all of our
the lower field.
Yep, lower field. We'd run the fucking hills on the highway. Pretty good little workout.
That's where I sledded.
We were doing bull in the ring, which was like one guy in the center, whole team goes around him, coach blows whistles, points at you, and so you're just getting people from all sides.
And you guys shout words of affirmation to him.
Yes, we're like, you're doing great. Chop those feet. You're doing fantastic, buddy.
You're a good friend.
You're a great friend and a good man. Bull in the ring.
Got whooped in football.
Yeah, that was like, hike. Hey, man, you're really a positive person, and I enjoy this. I enjoy this game against you. It's fun. Speared.
He's paralyzed.
Oh, hilarious.
No, that's not. No.
Oh, so bull in the ring was just one person in the center, and then random guys from around the fucking circle, the freaking circle,
the sound
would come firing at you, and you just had to have head on swivel, quick feet. You gotta hit.
The hottest thing I've
A
ever
lot of
heard.
guys, a lot of good doing here. Okay, so
why is this happening on a Monday morning?
Oh, they're all happening in the morning now, Michael Rankin. We start our days with meditation, motivating, matriculating a bunch of you into this group, and a little verbal masturbating. That's how you're starting your days. With Hoosier Sophisticate. 5 days a week, 7 to 10 a.m. I'm sorry. We're nothing like radio shows. We are nothing like morning radio shows.
But we do have a giveaway, so stick around after the break. Let's hear a message from our sponsor.
But first, let's go to the squeege and the chopper.
Hey, down here at Arby's. I'm not going to steal
I know,
this whole
we're
bit. Steal the whole bit.
Listen, that was actually the bit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was like a morning talking. Oh my God. That was totally fucking. That's his bit.
Shane Moss.
Shane, we're sorry. We love you.
And Dave Grohl. What's that
Not
guy's
Dave.
name?
Dave Waite.
Dave Waite.
They are fucking one of the.
The
You turned me on to that.
boy.
It's the worst but best podcast it's ever made.
I made love to Jen to it.
That's actually a true story.
And I was
so
laughing
anyway,
about
Johan is in the middle of the.
Jason Roberts' Whittle guy is trying to act like he played football.
Yeah, he did. He was actually probably witness to this.
Football.
So this guy is in the middle of the bull ring, and people are going all around. And the idea is, if you're on the outside, the idea is to knock the shit out of the person in the middle. Like everybody is blowing you up if you're the bull in the ring. So you gotta get amped and you gotta bring it. But everybody's coming at it. And one dude charges from the outside of the ring and hits this kid. And the kid instantly goes, "Coach, I gotta go." And he slowly walks away from the group, and you can just see a streak of shit in his white practice football pants. So yeah, they called him Mud Pants.
He was bleeding from the ears.
Knocked the literal shit out of him.
Coach, put me back in, Coach. I'm ready to play. And Craig's like, oh, this little boy going to get it.
I came flying from behind a tree, crackback block.
Woo! Got him! Got him! Started doing the
if you look at
crying.
London Fletcher's numbers next to Ray Lewis, you would be amazed. London Fletcher is a Hall of Famer.
Undersized kid.
Oh, he was the guy. He was the guy I wanted to be. He's 5'9". He gave me hope.
And he played like he was 11 foot tall.
A monster.
No.
Yeah, no. I mean, maybe a little bit more coordinated than someone that was. Can you imagine like being.
But you're intercepting everything. But your bones are also breaking. No, your feet wouldn't be 11 foot long. God dang it, Craig. That's the walk of shame back around there. Jay, just friggin'.
It's 100% real.
Clitoris.
It's 100% a true story. Freshman football definitely happened.
Oh, if you guys want to share this content too, what you do is you can share it from Facebook, but we hate Facebook.
Yeah.
YouTube's slightly less crappy than Facebook. Twitter, Periscope, where if you watch on Periscope, it's a little weird because you have to hold your finger down to go back and forth. That's how you scroll. So don't get scared. Don't get scared. Periscope is a network where people can go live from all around the world. And maybe the multiverse, if you play your cards right, that's where we might be broadcasting from. You can look on a map. Disregard all that. Follow us on Periscope. You'll get a little notification. Oh, my favorite show ever is going live. Oh, man, I don't want to miss another mud pants story. So then you click on Periscope and you go, bloop, beep, bloop. Take Periscope away. Swipe it away. Just go and swipe it.
You just emergency reset your phone, SOS.
Shit.
They're on the way. Cops are coming. The cops are coming. Well, gotta go.
Good, man.
Yeah, we love.
Oh, I'll cook them. All right, so then
you get the Periscope.
On Facebook.
Periscope. Oh, and listen in Periscope.
You can be on your other apps. You can be on Instagram. You can be searching through your emails. You can be looking at your old nudes.
Or new ones. You could be taking new ones.
That was a good day. And you can still listen on Periscope. Periscope is a part of Twitter.
Correct.
Everyone download Periscope if you want to listen to the show.
Oddly enough, it's how I found you. I found you on Periscope.
So
I actually downloaded Periscope specifically because our buddy Joe Weezy said, "Hey, I'm living in Springfield all the time." He's like, "Hey,
I'm gonna watch it on Periscope."
Did you know Steve Elgin?" And I go, "I have no idea who the fuck you are talking about." That's what I told him.
Jesus.
I said, "I have no idea why you're even talking to me about this fucking regular person." And he goes, No. He knows. He goes, he hung out with all of the people we hung out with. Like he was part of the group. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Did he go to Mary's? And they're like, no, I didn't go to Mary's. I'm like, oh, well, then fuck him then. So anyway, he goes, no, he's got this thing. So rude. And I'm a pig.
I know.
I am a pig. I'm a dirty little pig. And he's like, he's got this alias on Periscope named Cucky the Dwarf.
Not many people knew what a cuck was.
And I start absolutely cracking up. I said, his name is Cucky the Dwarf. And he goes, yes. And I go, and what does Cucky the Dwarf do? He's like, well, he wears half shirts and cut off jeans, and he sits by a campfire or by a bonfire in his backyard and plays random songs on his guitar. And I'm like, all right, I'll check him out. I download Periscope.
He also sits by the end of the bed while Snow White is getting it on with the prince.
With the other dwarves.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. That's how I always saw that. Prince and, 6 other dwarves.
Exactly. Why not?
Yeah.
Why
or no, he was
not?
the 8th.
We're not
so all
king.
7 of them.
We ain't
If there's one rule.
We're not doing that.
If there is one rule for this show, for this community, we do not kink shame.
Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. And it's gone. And it's gone. That's
Put it on the microphone.
Prince and, 6
Yeah, exactly. Now you're going along your daily business.
I'm at my desk. I've got my earbuds in.
Or I'm walking through the store, and I got it lightly on the phone. Damn, I really wanted to go hard there for a second. Start talking about.
You already
That's Periscope. Should I share it? Because there's one person watching it on there now, and it's me. It's me.
Just copy that link and put it over there. Oh, there you go, bud.
Got it.
There you
Boom.
go. All right.
Boom. Now I'm sharing it everywhere.
Do it, man.
I'm sharing it.
Dude, I dare you.
Everywhere. Facebook is so man. I rely on it so hard, and I don't like it.
Well, Facebook's just done a remarkable job of making it to where it was just this thing to connect with your friends and family. It was this great connector. And we could have never imagined how they were going to monetize it because nothing like that had ever been done before. But to get people to voluntarily let you sell them and give them no piece of the cut, what a freaking genius move. What a genius. It is.
It's not Zuck making all the moves.
It grows bigger than that. I think that he always had an idea for that. I do think that he had the idea that data was the next thing, right? Like, I think that he understood that as it grew in value, even though it was not selling anything, you know?
Shared it on Periscope into the group.
Good job, bud. Good job. So, yeah, if you guys want an opportunity to listen to us in the background or in your car so you're not distracted by a couple of handsome lads just breaking it down, you know, then put it on Periscope, put it in the background, and drive yourself in. We're going to do our best.
Mom dance. You okay, bud?
I'm not.
I'm not.
That one doesn't work.
Funny! That's the funniest shit I've ever seen. Oh my god, it's hilarious.
I almost done it. Well, I did not.
You
I
want
had
line. You want line? You want live?
Yeah. Well, we've been doing it since 7. It's almost 10, right?
Really?
Yeah, we've almost done it. So I feel like we give them a quick commercial break and come back and just wrap this thing up. The first, like what was supposed to be like an hour-long test show, became it's too easy to talk to our friends. It's too easy to talk to them.
I love this. We're following dreams. I don't know. It just feels surreal.
I can't believe I still have this erection. Why don't we go to break and then talk to these fools in a minute? Oh.
take our insurance and our last phone call, that 8th phone call, I was like, do you know anybody that is? I'm desperate. I've called 7 other people. You're my 8th phone call. Yeah. At this point, I'm crying my eyes out, and this lady just felt bad for me and said, hold on, let me call you back in a few minutes. And they called me back and they said that they would take him, but under a certain amount of conditions. And the main condition was that if they felt that cannabis was not working for him, then they would take him from us and put him in and Child Protective Services, and then they would take the other 2 kids too. Oh, because they were both underage.
Then
and we would be charged with child endangerment.
So they'd go to federal prison.
Yeah, we would go to federal prison. So we said, bring it on.
Hey guys, it's me, Kippy the Crazy Koala Bear, and I'm here to tell you about James Carlton Insurance.
Kids, quiet down.
It's the best.
Kids, quiet down and listen to Kippy.
Grown-ups need insurance, and Uncle James can help.
Right on.
Grown-ups need insurance. He's got the best reviews on Yelp. Grown-ups need insurance if they want to protect their house.
Yes, sir.
Grown-ups need insurance if they want to properly bury a spouse.
That's a bit morbid.
Grown-ups need insurance if they drive a truck.
Okay.
Grown-ups need insurance just so they don't get...
Whoa, Kippy, you can't...
Well, I was just going to say get in trouble.
Okay, well, it
you
sounded
don't
like you
want
were
to
going
get
to
in trouble.
like you were going to say something else. James Carlton, State Farm Insurance. You can find him online at carltoninsurance.net, or you can call him at 314-961-4800.
Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me.
I got 1,800 milligrams going real good down my throat.
When I wake up in the morning and I need a pick-me-up, well, I grab my bottle of native hemp and I splash it on my tongue. Lap, lap, lap. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me.
Native hemp extract available at HoosierSophisticate.com. Enter code HOSO, H-O-S-O, at checkout for an additional 30% off.
Yeah, people haven't heard any of that.
Not a
That's
word.
good, but it was good. We're just
Not
hanging out here.
a
We're
word.
just
You
hanging
guys
out here.
stuck around for that. You guys are so great. That whole time, basically, here's what we were getting at. Jason,
We were filleting Jason.
We were filleting Jason because Jason Long,
he believes in us.
Is not only does he support our ideas, he amplifies them. Like he wants us to, if we have an idea, he's like, yeah, do it, but don't sell it short. Do it right. And that is the motivation we've needed from day one. Also, just what he has offered up to us to make happen. I can't express that to our fans enough. When we talk about, awesome people inside this community offering value to other people, Jason Long is one of those people. And he's at the top for something that a lot of people in the group share. Like if you need any kind of smoking accessories, if you need your medical card, if you need CBD, you need awesome tie-dye, you need posters, you want to come just hang at a cool spot where people are just trying to make a community better,
That's what Sweet Leaf Emporium is and what this place is. And this is the beginning. Like, we've got a rough outline of what this space is going to be. And it's going to be the entire Sweet Leaf, the other side where the car wash was, bud, is going to be an experience for people. Like, this isn't just going to a head shop. Like, I can't state that enough.
Head shop.
Yeah, no, this is going to be, when it's all said and done, a place where people can't help but want to be and to hang and to I hope it be, and to experience and to add to, you know, and that's what Jason understands. Is he understands that if he invests in a Grand Central Station, if he invests in a place for great like-minded people to come together and co-create, he'll be the richest man in the world for a variety of reasons, right? Like, he will be surrounded by a creation of love that he helped cultivate, and I'm here for it, man. Like, Jason really does. He was mentioned to us like 2 years ago by Mick Dickus, guy in Farmington. He's like, you guys, you got to meet. You guys you're cut from the same cloth. You got to meet. And it took a while, and I think you were working with the conference when maybe you got to know him a little bit better. Did an interview with him, and it turned out to be a relationship. I am always amazed by how so many deep, like, loving relationships I have with people that I just met by chance through this thing, you know, through this thing. I can't imagine a world without, you know, Jennifer Bears, Josh Loftus, Cynthia, Chris. You can go down the line, Nathan and Heather. I'm going to do it all. Everybody, how much time you guys got?
All day.
But I mean, really, like, people that, I mean, we were talking about Nathan and Heather earlier, like the value that just the conversations I've had with those two, not to mention the love that now exists because of those conversations taking place, is something that just happened because we went on a camping trip with some friends one time. And then that kind of became like an experience, a thing that people look forward to, a date that people circled on their calendar because they knew that whatever that magic was being created there doesn't happen unless people who are made of love, made of magic, come together and help self-realize. And, like, to add Jason to this mix, he's a big idea guy. You know, he's a big idea guy who's also like, all right, now let's do it. Like, he's really what we need, like, in a big way. Like, he's a guy that's like, okay, don't you fucking go cheap on me, you know, make it right. And I'm like, and how many times you've called me and been like, told me a story, and before you could even tell me what Jason said or reacted, I'm like, well, yeah, I said that. He goes, and you're like, yeah, that's what Jason said. I'm like, yeah, it's because it's the right thing.
I can't be surrounded by these two. It's going to turn into trouble. They both get me all fired up. Here's the deal, though. You guys are both passionate about helping people and have a very F you, I'm going to help this person. F you, this is what I'm passionate about, and this is where I feel my heart is. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to live it, baby. He lives it. And being at a head shop, which is the front line of the cannabis healthcare industry, we've all been to a head shop to get a piece before. We've all been there. And the idea of the head shop is to expand your mind. It's everything we're talking about. It's being open to new ideas and living by an ethos, living by a code, living with your heart, but knowing that that's not necessarily forged in stone or metal, that can't be slightly changed with new experiences brought about by interactions with new friends, with new perspectives that are constantly changing. Back to the tenants thing, like, I want these tenants that I can live by, but everyone is constantly, and especially in this group, teaching me lessons, helping me see things. I never thought about it like that before. Oh, after talking to you, I'm not mad that you don't see what I'm seeing.
No, actually, I see so much more of what you were
seeing.
saying.
Never thought of it like that before. With your experiences in your little house, in the middle of your little town, or whatever you grew up in, and all the experience that molded me, who I am today, and now we get to learn from one another because of some raunchy humor and a penchant for wanting to see things like real magic. Because I think the word magic gets thrown out, and it's like, oh, magic, oh, yeah. Either David Blaine or Chris Angel or woo, 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 okay, we're all talking about magic. I don't know. Is that Rosie Lopez? No, Jennifer Lopez. What was her name?
Rosie Perez?
Yeah, Rosie, thank you. That's why. So to be able to...
Rosie Perez or J-Lo? Go.
Rosie Perez.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No,
I mean...
You know how many... I don't think many people would say that. I just want to go on the record.
Oh, come on.
Dude, come on.
Come on.
The accent, like she was just a little firecracker, bud.
Yeah, we're pigs. That's why you do that. Jennifer Lopez is probably going to make you wash your balls.
We almost made it. It was almost the end of the show.
I thought balls would be okay.
Yeah, it's fair.
Washing
that's
them.
a fair thing to say. You could get away with it on the FCC.
I bet you could.
You would get a sternly worded letter from management, but the FCC couldn't do anything about it.
Ashley Davis saying, we love all you guys. Some of the best. We're not the best people, though. We've done some good things, and now our driving force is helping people. We are addicts to the rush of helping people.
No doubt.
And I am an addict for almost the pain people are going through to a certain extent. I'm so inspired and amazed at some of the shit people go through and still find some sort of strength to smile and make your day better.
Yeah, no doubt.
And they have what most would consider a mountain of shit on top of them, pressing down at them at all times.
Mud pant.
You're living in a pair of mud pants. But for those people to still, and usually it's them. Usually that's what one of our running jokes is at our events. The best people, I'll always go out to them and go, you are such an amazing person. You've helped at the last 10 things we've done. You've given all your cash. You've given all your prizes. You've done all these things. Frankincense, myrrh. You've given it all to us. And I'll whisper to them, what bad shit have you done in your life? And they'll usually go, because there is a give and take there of, yeah, I've been a
but you're
piece
not
of crap. But also, no, I am just my last choice, really. I'm just living in this moment, and what people think of me is usually my last couple choices, unless you make a huge one that you can't come back from. But I don't want to live off of how people see me. I get a rush from people laughing and telling stories and doing all that. That's not how I live.
No.
I want to look in the mirror or live in the woods for 30 days and go, it wasn't bad spending time with you, Steven.
Yeah.
It was a good 30 days with your crazy brain
Totally.
and all the fun stuff we did out here. That's what I need to know for myself so that I feel I can affect the rest of the people around me. I'm not living on the opinions of others.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. No. I've done shitty shit, so people have called me a piece of crap, and I was. And now I've done good things, and people say, you're a great guy. I can't live too hard in either one of those. I know that. I can't go
that's
too
fair.
far either way.
Yeah.
I just have to go, I am who I am now, and I'm consciously making decisions to hopefully make things a little sweeter in the world for everyone. Make everybody's walk home a little sweeter.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I dig it.
That's the show,
well,
baby.
and what's like to build on that, let's look at it through the opinions of others, right?
Clay, what's up, Clay?
Safe travels,
Thursdays.
boys. Chris and Clay heading to Springfield. Check out MIP.
I love those guys, for real. They are some
Dude,
of
they're
core-
canvassing some. Same with Ashley Markham. All these people are
All these
moving
people.
around the state, helping a movement
Yes.
become reality.
Helping.
Like it's more than just the licensees were granted. Like it is taking so many moving parts to get legal patients, to get patients medicine right now as it's all there are so many moving parts. To build on what you were saying, I live my life
similar things. So at the beginning, when people would give us CBD, I instinctively would say yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, it's helping. And I would say there's 4 or 5, maybe 6 out of the 30 brands that we've tried.
Yeah.
That I have
that you felt a noticeable
a
difference.
legit, not head change. In this case, a head change, because Denison's is the first one that has given me mental
clarity.
The synapses appear to be firing.
Clarity.
Yes. But other ones had different. I maybe felt a little better or slept a little better.
Sure.
And maybe that
Probably different cannabinoid profiles.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
But this and other kinds, it's medicine and you can feel it. And when a guy like Denison, that's why we love it too. We have sat around the fire and sat on the dock with Denison, tying on grapes and cheese. We've had conversations with the guy.
Right.
We've
know what he stands for.
Exactly.
Know who he is.
He's been to Hoosier Fishing Day with his family.
Yes.
That's the deal.
That's the deal.
We're not this. We're not 105.7 The Point. We're not a huge. We're not Keishi. We can't be these huge things that just reach out and get everyone. We are this organic little wart on the ass of society. That's just beautiful.
I think we're a little more beautiful than
Yeah, we're a
that.
little bit better.
Like a beauty
like
mark.
a beauty mark, like a
Yeah,
Claudia,
on like Cindy
Shiver,
Crawford's
Sergeant
ass.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, it was on her
Right.
face, but but
imagine.
But if it was on her butt.
Yeah, and it's just having experiences with people like that. It just so happens that some of these people have businesses that we can all help each other out, and that's not such a bad deal.
Not a bad deal.
We're going to get more sponsors for this show. We want to do it full time. We want to help.
Yeah.
We want to do what we can full time here.
No doubt.
Like doing what we can when we can and figuring it out with you guys along the way and all of our sponsors and like everybody who supports us from our closest family members.
Looks like Jenny's out of her meeting.
To people we haven't, hey, Donnie, to people we haven't met yet, that's what it's all about. I'm naive.
Well,
I believe in love.
To 100%. And to finish what I was getting at, because you touched on it with Denison, is even though I live my life in a way where where other people's opinions are none of my business, at the end of it all, base who I was based on the stories that people tell about me, right? Like, because chances are,
Other people's opinions.
that's what I'm saying. Like, here's what I'm saying. You can get a pretty good read on what I tried to be and do in life based on the stories that I'll never know that people will tell about me.
Sure.
I had an experience like that with a friend of mine who I got to tell him. It came up actually like with the medicine. Like this moment came back to me from my childhood, and he happened to be there while I was experiencing it. And I was like, I'll bet you don't remember this. But, when I felt like everybody around me, I was crying in the middle of this crowd, and everybody around me didn't even notice what was going on. Yeah. He was the one that came over and put his hand on my shoulder. And I got to tell him that 15 years later, and he didn't remember this happening. It was just something that he did, right? It was just who he was as a kid. Really, like he was like at that point, a high school age kid. Like he was just made of that. He saw that this little 12-year-old kid was crying in a room full of people because he felt like he failed everybody, and he was the person that came over and been like, this isn't that big of a deal. But, you know, I got to tell him that story, and to watch him light up.
Yeah.
Because he...
Yeah, baby.
And, like, so no, your opinions of me don't really matter, but your stories of me kind of do. Because your stories of me are based on the actions that I took all the times that you were around me. And we're going to have memories in 30 years. Our kids are going to have memories in 30 years where somebody in this community affected them in a positive way that made them see the world in a better light. And if that's the stories that our friends continue to tell about us long after we're gone, then I have no fear of death. I have no fear of what lies beyond here, because I will have lived on in the goodness and the love that I was just trying to be.
That's an exercise in futility. No, but interesting. I'm with you. That's what it all means, Basil.
That's what it all means, Basil.
My grandma, who was the sweetest woman on earth, didn't want nothing more than to love her family.
Mhm.
Nothing more. Eat food, love her family. Good to go. Happy. Defend her family like a mama bear. Her funeral, there's no one. There's no one there. No one to tell stories.
She outlive them all?
But pretty much.
Yeah.
But also kept her circle small. Didn't care.
Sure.
Hung out with her two sisters.
And that's okay. That's great.
Totally. So when I know, same thing. If you know, God forbid, if someone, you know, our age passes or younger than typical age, it's usually like, oh yeah, you have those stories. But if you live to such a, you know, she was 81 or 82, it's like, oh, no one's there to tell those stories. And guess what? It really doesn't matter. I lived and loved those experiences with my yaya. The fact that no one's here, at first I was like, this is sad. Whoa. Like a 3-car funeral for this woman? I should have shouted it from the rooftops how awesome she was. It didn't matter.
Sure.
Didn't matter to her. All that mattered was our moments, and I did it. I tried, when she got put in the home, I worked nearby, so I'd always go see her. I'd always be the guy that see it. So when she passed, I had she lived a long life. I got to hang with her at the end. I was cutting her pizza up because she had a stroke, so it was like from cradle to grave type situation. Like, she used to cut my food up. Now I'm cutting her food up.
Sure.
What a cycle I get to live and experience with this woman.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Shitty situation, but it's working out okay. We're both grinning about this right now.
Mm-hmm.
So when she passed, okay, cool. But then I remember at the funeral, oh, God, no one here. But also, no one here. Doesn't really change much. The people will have stories of Yaya, and her love lessons that she taught me will go on forever.
That's right. That's the ripple, man.
Go on forever.
That's the ripple. And that's what this show's going to be, bud.
This pretty much sums it up.
That pretty much, if you guys were here for the whole ride, you...
The powers that be might shut us down. Oh, wait. There are none.
Boom.
We can do whatever we want.
Not what we don't want to do. Whatever.
Yeah, we can do whatever.
We
We're
can do
adults.
it. I'll do.
We're
I got a
adults.
permit.
You do?
Yeah, it says I can do what I want.
Good for you. We're gonna make some slight changes. Not many, because this was good. This was good. Do we have the end logos? No, probably not. That's a close up of you. That's pretty good. Look at me like a real boy. Oh, there he is, Clifford. Clifford's back. The screen is glitched. All right, you are the powers that be now, boys. Congratulations, Chris Smith. Y'all have been about the Austin Powers quotes this morning. Why is
That's what it all means, Basil.
I'm trying. I feel with this,
We're going to have a
The
native
callbacks-
cognitive moment of the show.
The callbacks
Yeah.
are one of the things I know my cognitive ability.
Yes.
How we brought back mud pants a few times.
Few
just to
times. Couple
recap.
mud pants callbacks.
Yes. And then we did that's a great thing. We said, what does it all mean, Basil, at the beginning of the show?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the show, I thought, you know what would be a good thing to say? That's what it all means, Basil. And you were
It's a bit nutty.
You were talking about kicking Vern Troyer.
Oh, we did. It was a lot of gold member.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, bit nutty. We can do this for 3 hours a day. We can do it for 6 hours a day. Matter of fact, we're just going to hole up in this joint until the NSA comes and blares horns at us to get out of here.
Is my shirt doing that thing?
Is it doing that thing?
Is your
my
shirt doing
that thing? Ooh.
Oh my God.
How about that Savage video I showed you last night?
Dude, can you post that again?
Yes, I will.
People didn't get it. Yep, it is doing it a little bit.
Ooh, that is nice.
We can do some stuff with this shirt, bud. Okay, that's for sorry.
We did it, guys. Steve-O, we did it, bud.
We weren't even sure if we were going to do this.
Here, talk to him for a minute. I'll be right
Okay.
back. Go ahead.
Well, here's the deal. We thought last night when we were getting stuff set up, and Craig likes to play daddy daycare at our place of work, which I'm actually into. Yes, can children be annoying as H sometimes? For sure. But you know what is also awesome? Building memories. So they go hand in hand. And I love that shit. If we can have the group of Hoosiers get together and share moments with our little children. Whenever I start talking about kids, I seem like a creep. What's that mean? Do I even want to break that down? You're evangelizing a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Talking like a preacher. Oh, I like that though. No, I'd like to do that anyway. Yeah, I like how you can kind of see the. What do you guys think of the table? Remember, trinkets. We can set trinkets up here. We need art. What's our call to action? Download Periscope.
Download Periscope if you just want to be able to listen to us.
We're
while
still
you're
going
also
live
getting
tonight.
stuff done.
Are we
We'll
still
be
going
live tonight,
tonight?
7 to 9, man.
I don't know if
Hey,
I got
listen,
it in
I didn't
me.
give my stream pick, and I got a good one. I mentioned
I
it
got another
before
one,
on the
too.
show, but like I finished it, and holy freaking free holy, buddy. Holy freaking beans.
Wow.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
I know.
Okay, well, stick around for that tonight.
We'll have some cannabis news,
7.
some psychedelic news. We'll tell a few more jokes.
We're gonna go.
We'll
live.
celebrate this.
What are we going to play the replay of Mondays on Monday morning? So Monday morning will just be a replay, maybe.
I think so.
Depending.
Although I've had a ton of fun today, so
This will get old quick. Guys, we love you.
Yeah.
Support the people who support us, and we'll support the supporters of people who support other people. That's all you can do.
That's all you can do is be supportive. Be well.
You got to come up with a better sign off. Go back. Let's come up with a sign off right now.
Just kidding.
What do we say at the end of every show? Let's come up with something right now. Guys, help us come up with something. We'll just brainstorm for 2 minutes. Guys, we hope you had fun. Then you say something. We hope you opened your mind. Okay. It should be like a back and forth.
Okay.
And okay, so back. 3, 2, 1. Guys, we hope you had fun.
We hope we tickled your pickle.
We hope you made love to one another while you were watching this. But remember, always be a good Hoosier.
Is that it? Is that what we're doing?
No. Okay, we'll do. Hey, guys.
I like that. That's a playoff of the Craig's Lives in the morning because I can't sign off with what I sign off
Suck
with.
today's goat titty. You like that?
No, but it's an homage to what they
We're not
loved
gonna
in the morning.
homage
It's an
that. They don't
homage
love
to
that.
they loved the Craig.
Jessica
Talks in the
Evans
Morning.
is on Periscope. They're not going to kick you off there.
No, they won't. But you
Yeah, they
can be the dirty little girl that you are.
Guys, we hope you had fun.
We hope we tickle your pickle.
But all in all,
be a good sport.
all just encompass everything
What
we're
is the
trying to
right-
do
like,
in
listen,
one
Listen,
sentence.
go out there and live the day. Don't be a dickhead.
No,
be
this
loved.
sounds like your life. This sounds like your life. It's too much. Too close.
Too close to my lives?
It's got to be like, we hope you had fun.
We hope we tickled your pickle.
Will you get off the pickle thing?
No.
Maybe
I like pickles and I like tickles.
Maybe something.
And
with,
I like to do
thinking.
both.
Since I'm saying
Okay.
something
All right,
fun,
great.
maybe you.
Oh
do
yeah,
something.
so you get to be the dick.
Yes, I'm the
I
brain.
gotta be the brain.
Yeah.
It's always the dick
All right.
and the brain.
All right, fine. We
Or
hope
dicky
you made
and the
you
brain.
We hope
or
you-
dicky and go ahead.
We hope you made you think.
We hope we tickled your pickle. Guys, I love you. We love you. That's what we're doing. Well, listen, we're over. It's past 10 o'clock. The FCC is going to shut this down, man.
We love you guys.
Just tell me you love me, man.
We love you guys.
We love
Do
you
you
guys.
love us?
Do you love us? Because if so, you'll tune in every morning, 7 to 10, for the morning drive with the Hoosier Sophisticate Show.
Hey, we love you, and we promise to never die.
Ever. Look at me. We will never make you hurt.
We'll never hurt you. Let's go across the street.
All right, guys. I'll see you tonight.
Hey, let's take the elevator out of here, and then you can take it.
Oh, you got it. Boop, boop. Oh, you already hit the button? I'm taller than you,
What
a show, buddy.
Oh, you turned off the media source.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I had to load it in.